Send us into battle! Into battle, Gumbo!
Kenneth wants to fire up the recording. I'll get to the recap. All right. So, last time, you all began your reconnaissance of the area around Deir Amaruk, preparing your plan to assault on the city. You learned about multiple different approaches to the city. I'll move you to the main map now. You learned that the West Forest was a rife nest of intellect devourers, which you lost a few Elven Rangers to before they pulled back. Using a daring airdrop maneuver, you dropped into the fortress in the east, personally exploring it. You found it mostly empty except for the remains of what looks like an alchemical laboratory of great size. Upon venturing into the basement, you found the somewhat eviscerated but still unalive vampire Alexei Vailcroft, along with the taunting voice. Why can I not remember names? Zavadin Vakazar. After briefly villain monologuing, Zavadin revealed that he had rigged the entire fortress to explode as an interlocking set of death traps sought to keep you all penned in within the building. But via your might and your resourcefulness, you were able to force your way out and escape as the building exploded behind you. You have since returned to your military camp, preparing to make the final assault upon the city. Now, so full disclosure, I do not have a question for this week. We've been playing for almost 100 sessions. The mental bank on this is starting to run dry. So, how's everyone doing?
If you were a mineral, which would you be? That's what I always go to. If you were a fucking blank category, what would it be? That's the easy ones to phone in.
What mineral would you be, Freya?
Whatever one Hank Schroeder's really into on Breaking Bad. So you'll have to do some research to find out. It's kind of like a quest.
It's like
an quest. Just go to the comments section after these.
Watching
after the game.
At least to season 3 of Breaking Bad to figure out where this guy starts talking about rocks. You'll thank me though, but you won't because you've already seen Breaking Bad, surely.
Only by reputation.
Surely. Jesus Christ, Gombo! You haven't seen Breaking Bad?
I've been watching through Better Call Saul first.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. You get only a slight amnesty because you're watching them in a weird order.
Which, side note, this is a great joke. So the newest Lego Star Wars game, the Skywalker Saga, they have names for each of their levels. And the level where you fight Darth Maul is the best. It's You Better Call Maul. That's the actual name of the level.
That's good. That's good.
The studio Traveler Games, who makes those Lego games, did one like 15 years ago, and they've been cashing that check ever since. They do nothing but Lego games now. All right. So you guys should be on the Void Below map there. Well, there is one or two brief sort of roleplay scenes I had in mind. Let's make sure that you guys are settled on what your plan of attack is. Oh yeah, also if you go to cohorts, I gave you Alexei Vailcroft's character sheet.
Yes, so if I remember correctly, we will be taking our army and splitting off some of the Black Army troops, the Black Iron Army troops, into the forest with our roller robots up in front of them to lead the way and clear that direction. And we were going to assault the city using these 2 entryways. Once we get a good standing there for a siege to start, then we send in ourselves to go and locate Encephalon and take him out, or whoever else needs to get taken out to stop this ritual from happening.
I believe we also tasked some of our mechanized units to clear a path through.
Yeah, the roller bots, like I said, are gonna come through and clear the path for him.
Yeah.
So I think we're sending like half the Black Iron Army to the forest, and that's who's going to be coming from that direction. I don't know what other troops we want to send other than that. That's up to the people who have those other troops.
Mm-hmm. Well, assumedly, Yorks are more eager to get into battle immediately, so they would motion to be a part of the northern attack force. Most of your other cohorts are a little bit more flexible.
All right, who wants to go behind the robots? Cricket, cricket, cricket.
You mean the evil-looking army over there?
Maybe can we get our units wherever those are, so that we can plan this out more efficiently?
Yeah. Let me see here.
Or if you just want to copy them over to this map, I don't know how you want to do it.
Yeah, I'll probably just end up doing that. Make it easy. One moment.
Because I think people probably don't quite remember all the units that we have.
Yep.
Because I don't, so I'm suspecting everyone else doesn't either.
I know we have the Dragonborn army, we have the Orc army, the Black Iron army. We have some miscellaneous mercenary forces with the human people, the Zan Deathcaps, and the Elven Rangers.
Let's see, I think I might have forgot to include... Oh, no, there they are.
I think we should send rangers or forest type, ranger type, scouting type troops with the army.
I mean, we could send the elves and the Zan over that direction.
Whoops. Yeah, I did forget.
Make it kind of complicated to send any organic troops that way.
Although, aren't the Zan immune to the mind?
I don't think they were immune, because didn't he have a thing in his head, but it just didn't really do much to him?
Yeah.
So it might be good to have them go with it.
He was kind of paralyzed until we got rid of it.
Then his brain grew back, as it does. There we go.
Fun fact, your brain doesn't grow back. You probably shouldn't do anything to that.
Well, you're not a fungus, man.
A mushroom.
You don't sound like a very fun guy.
Yep, there you go. Yeah. You guys should see all your accumulated forces there.
All right, let's go Killer 8.
Okay, so do we want all of these? I can't see their full name. The Black Iron, Mace, Ball, Shredders. There we go.
Shredders, and then Crushers are the tank. Shredders are those roller balls that fan out into spinning blades.
Yeah, so we want to send. Do we want to send all the Shredders? I think that's where they're best used.
Mm-hmm. I think that sounds fine.
I'm just gonna start moving stuff over, so we can. So we definitely want all the Shredders. Let me move them further back so that we can. Just on this side, so we know what front they're going to be.
Balls of death.
Yep, we're going to move our 5,000 rolling balls of death.
And send the death caps with them, so we have some intelligent troops that direction as well.
Okay. And then, do we just want to roll in the tanks behind them?
Do we want to save some Black Iron Army for our side?
Yeah, that's why I'm going through troop by troop.
I would split the tanks and split the walkers and send half over
Yeah.
there and half here.
The only reason I say split the tanks is because the tanks are going to be more of our long-range unit here, other than these great bows. I mean, I guess we have a couple long-range options here, but I'm imagining we're going to want to have a lot more of our fleshy guys if they're in battle. I'm not sure how much we want to be shooting these rockets and cannons around. So that's the only thing I'm not sure about with the tanks.
Well, mostly with this side, we're just trying to split their forces so they're not all congregated trying to defend this one thing.
Mhm.
So the bulk of our army doesn't need to be, we don't have to have a bunch of people over on the west bridge. We just need enough to cause enough issues to where they don't have all of their support to the north.
Enough to basically, yeah, like you said, just force troops over there too.
Should we have
All right.
the Centurions and the Zeppelins flying around the whole castle, just playing sniper?
I mean, we probably don't want to have them focus on the areas we're not going to be attacking from, because it's not like they can shoot us from over here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, perhaps they can, but it'd be a harder shot.
Just the idea of distraction.
Do we want to have a sky sloop on the west so that way if they need reinforcements or something, they can basically come and retrieve some and bring them back?
I think
Yeah.
it could be good to have flying troops just kind of ferrying. back
It's
and
also a good way to
forth.
keep a sight on the skies in case they see
Yeah.
something that is missable from the ground.
We could.
But I would say,
flying, like the
I would
Rifle
say to
Riders and
split
whatnot
up
join
the.
around.
I was gonna say to split up the Black Iron Golems into 2 troops and send 1 troop on that side, and then that's probably good for the west, I would think.
All right, as the king says.
All right, I will make a split unit of those. Moment.
Because really, most of our forces are going to be marshaled onto the north side, just trying to push in and then create space.
There you go.
I mean, are we sending 10,000 or do we want to hold some of them back?
Well, I mean,
You have-
we have
You
20,000. We have
20,000
10,000.
total.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But we still have 3,000 crushers on this side. We have the cannons. We have these. I can't read all of them, but we have a lot of troops here on the north.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Even after the Black Iron.
I feel like we're getting very nervous around a very, proportionally small amount of our army over here. Like, we've got legions.
I honestly think that's going to be fine. They're literally just a distraction force at this point.
Yeah, a distraction force that, subtracting the Black Iron contingent, is almost larger than the rest of your army. All right, so these are the final battle posses.
I think so.
All right.
I would have sent more people that were living over there, but the Zan are really the best options we have to
Yeah.
not get
I guess if you subtract
turn-coded.
Black Iron Army on this side and count the Black Iron Army on this side, you can get that number.
I don't know. I don't really have any input on it. I think with the Black Iron Army, we're probably overkill for whatever gate.
Whatever their
Maybe,
defenses
yeah.
are, yeah.
Now, what's behind the gate? Who knows? Could even be a dragon.
All sorts of beasties. All right, is that just what we're going to go with then?
I was just getting your tokens all outlined over here. One moment. Give me a charisma saving throw, Freya, as you order the black iron golems into combat.
I'm still doing the +5. Okay.
And it's loading.
No worries.
Jesus Christ. Well, that'll be a +10, but that'll be a 16.
All right. Good to know. All right. So, Freya, you use the crown, you deliver the orders to the Black Iron Army, who immediately starts mobilizing. You see them marching out in perfect unison. You see the eyes of the orc forces that are camped around watching them as they go, a little bit nervously. And you see, standing upon a higher ridge, slightly far away, the red shape of Maladraxus watching them go as well. And the thought arises to you, a bit unbidden, into the back of your mind that when this is all done with Encephalon, if you're using the army anyway, you might as well just take care of Maladraxus while you're at it.
Well, that is, yeah, that's logical, of course.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, it's not like it's when it's getting to you, it's not going to be all like eat your family and sodomize their corpse. It's going to start with telling you the thing that you already want to do. But that's all you got at the moment.
Path to
Pilgrim,
hell is laid with blowjobs and cocaine.
since you're making a point of wanting to keep an eye about it, give me a disadvantaged insight. Yep, all is good.
All right.
This is fun. We haven't done many cursed items in our games.
Yep. All right.
And I love that we're seasoned enough where the table can know, but our characters are still going to play it out right.
Right.
Oh, now there's a few things that I think are like of Dungeons and Dragons Legacy that need to see like more of a return to the mainstream. Cursed items are one. The other one is trapped dungeons.
Yep.
I got a module for Dungeons called Classics recently. That was one of those level 0 character funnels, except there's almost no creatures you fight. It's entirely just a dungeon filled with traps, and it is delightfully spooky and sadistic. For example, the first hallway is just a dark winding hallway that's got a bunch of empty torch sconces, except for 2 where there's just an unlit torch. And there's no traps, and you can just freely take a torch if you want. What you don't know is the oil that the torches are dipped in are special, and if you light them, they explode 1 round later.
I would love to do one of these challenge dungeons, like the Tomb of Annihilation or something. But all of us just go into it knowing the genre of this game we're about to play is comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Did you run a very trapped game once, Michael?
I ran a dungeon that had a lot of traps in it, but
Yeah,
it was
I remember
the
that.
Tomb of Annihilation is like a ginormous dungeon where
Oh, yeah.
every room will almost certainly kill you.
Yes. Yeah, so this module I had for level 0 characters is the same spirit as that, except you're kind of more expected to reach the end, and it's one of those ones where everyone has 5 characters, so you can kind of have fun of the fact that I don't know how the trap in this room works. Shove and watch someone get mauled.
Hey, Steve.
Oh,
What's
that's
that?
where the spikes come out. Okay.
You could do it just like a village of people have decided to take on the Tomb of Annihilation to oust this lich that lives inside, and then it's just comedy of how each of them dies in every room, learning from the mistakes of the last.
All right. in the mint state where I'm like, there's two things I want to touch on, but I'm not sure how to segue into them.
You're really quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah, I was mumbling to myself. Sorry about that.
Okay. All right.
This has been a long campaign, and I'm starting to run out of gas. So,
I mean, I had all right, and then like 10 seconds of silence. I'm like, hey, did my internet shit?
That's what I thought too.
yeah, no, I was lost in thought, and you're all being very kind and waiting for me to say something because you come here expecting me to have a plan.
Well, to me, it kind of sounds like we're berating you, but okay.
Pancreatic cancer kills Freya. It's super tragic. It was not quick. It was slow.
I told her not to use
Jeez.
that helmet.
You played the cancer card? Not
Cancer
cool, man.
Ray.
Um.
I'm going to see my family.
So, Milgram and Fergus. I guess this is going to be easier if it was like a flashback scene because it's something that I completely forgot. Before you guys left Dammerhall, you would have been approached by a now in dwarf form Hestia. And she wanted to volunteer to join the army.
I think she's got as much right to fight in as anybody else.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, he already did tell her that like whatever she wants to do after she, got the second chance, she's free to choose it. So if she wants to choose to fight, she can choose to fight.
All right. So,
Just don't tell Thrum. I tell
I
that to Nolgrim after she leaves.
Right.
I didn't bother making an updated token, but character sheet for her is now also in companions or cohorts. I'm giving you some extra bodies for the grinder.
Ooh.
Yes, more blood for the blood god.
Mhm.
Oh wait, I think the crown's getting to me again.
Actually, yeah, that's a good way to do this. As the armies are beginning to march into or towards the bridge for the upcoming battle, what is everyone doing? Either preparing or moving with? Where are you in this scene?
Nogor will probably be alongside Freya and just kind of coordinating troop positioning.
Yep, definitely amongst the spearhead of our black iron going into the bridge. I'm probably flying to better coordinate the troops, get an aerial view.
Fergus would probably be with like his like honor guard or something at the beginning before the battle begins. Probably on like a high point near the quarry to kind of like use his spyglass to kind of look into where the towards the kingdom, the city here, and see if I can basically like keep an eye out and see if I notice anything and relaying the information to be dispersed amongst the army.
I think
Thrum?
I was going to say, I think Thrum, while the Iron Army doesn't really need any leadership, behind the Iron Army would be the beginning of the, almost said humans, the
meat.
living, the meat. So I think he'd be at the head of the meat. If Nolgrim's back there with.
Oh God!
Well,
our
do we
army,
wanna-
our army is the meat and the potatoes.
I think we should have orcs in between, so like black iron army orcs and then our guys, because the orcs are going to want to get in there quick.
Potatoes, old meat, and then the real meat.
So like, it's going to start building out kind of what maybe this looks like. We got javelins, cannons, and great bows. These would all probably go behind
I think those
they-
ones aren't actually
can they
Black
fire
Iron.
all?
Aren't those the Zin Dragon Army?
Oh,
Yeah.
They line up on the
sorry,
sides
they're
and
both
be able
red.
to
That's
fire
why I
into the city.
confuse.
I'll take you guys to a battle map in a second, so you'll be able to formulate everything from there.
It's going on a color coding assumption.
Yeah.
But we've got so many troops, we've run out of colors.
Why is it always got to be about color, man?
And the yellow just didn't look good. What's Taskell doing?
Probably attending to the morale needs of the troops.
Mm-hmm.
Hand jobs?
You might just let that one lie.
Yeah.
Let's see, gladiators.
Hmm.
Trying to find all my.
So this is what I'll say I'll do. While you're in amongst the troops talking to people, Taskell, coming through the crowd, approaching you is a still sane but physically enfeebled Caliber. Says, Taskell, a moment of your time before the battle begins.
Of course.
Takes you off to the side. I have a small favor to ask of you.
Ask it.
I am afraid, in my state, I don't have too much magic left in this rapidly weakening body. But all the same, he looks towards the city. She's in there. My old companion, Firana. There's no way for me to know, but I can tell. When the time comes, I'm going to need to confront her. So I'm going to save what magic I can until then. But with everything that's happening, there's no guarantee that I will be able to stop her.
Nods solemnly.
Mhm.
Well,
Should I-
it's the work of your other companion. She looks at the Black Iron Army. I think
Mhm.
we'll be able to get in there, but
It is as I both hope and fear. Should I fail, I would ask that you or some of your family finish what I start. And worse should come to worse, he reaches into his robe and he pulls out a small mithril compass. Hands it to you. Maybe show her this.
very well.
I thank you. It's been quite a journey we've been on to get to this point. I have you and your family much to thank.
Hold on a while longer and you might see the end of it. For now, well, you've done a lot for us already. I think this generation has the battle at hand in hand. But there are things we'll all have to deal with once we get into the city.
Only we hadn't gone to this damn city in the first place. I wonder how much of this would have been avoided. Like you said, the younger generations have this on hand. I just wish we older folk could have left a better world for them.
That is always the goal, but one can never tell how the work will end before it's done.
He nods. Well, we should get moving. The army is moving away without us. He starts to limp away on his cane. He stops and turns around, says, one more thing. Satisfy some curiosity for me.
Mm-hmm.
My memory is mostly intact for when I was not in control of my wits, but some parts are fuzzy. When we first met each other in the fungal jungle, I didn't do anything embarrassing, did I?
Eh.
You don't have to answer that. We're going to go straight to a cut if you prefer. But
And you turned
Oh.
Fergus into a frog for a few minutes, but he got better.
he got better. I just remember when you guys rolled the random encounter to find his tower, it was you found his pants in a clearing.
I was muted. I said in the background, someone is shouting in the army, "Where are my pants?"
All right. So now to undo Michael's army stacking work. She'll move you to the mass combat map. You guys should be able to see everything there. All right, so this is a special case that since you guys are the attacking force, you are allowed to see what their setup is rather than me hiding everything. Down here, you see in this brownish gray area, that is everything off the battlefield. You do not have to put your entire army onto the bridge at once. And at the top of the initiative, you can bring any number of troops from off the battlefield on from the south there. While they're off the battlefield, they're just effectively immune to everything. That
How
make sense?
far onto the battlefield can we bring them to start?
Oh, good point. Here, let me. Where are you? Go. Frederick.
So we place our troops in the red ribbon, our
Yes,
army in the
and
red
if you,
ribbon.
and if you need anything divided, like the Black Iron Army, do not all have to be in one giant chunk. So you can spread them out if you want. Just let me know.
I mean, I was thinking, do we want to change the golems into 10,000 unit?
Yeah, 1,000 units.
Yeah.
No problem.
Maybe do the tanks into 3,000 units.
I think it is a
3,000 units already.
1,000 units.
Oh,
Oh yeah. So. Whoop. Nope.
no, that was good. That was good.
yeah.
Our forces have come alive. One thing I would say as we're marching, before we know how much they're going to bombard us, I would definitely keep our troops spread out as they approach.
Yeah.
And maybe do like first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave, so that they can't concentrate fire every single one.
So
Yeah.
Yep, that's why.
Also
That's why I had the
that's it.
yeah, that's why I had the off battlefield one, so you could do that. And you said 1,000 units of the tanks.
30, y'all want them smaller since they're kind of artillery.
They're not artillery. They're crushers. They ram shit.
They got ranged guns if you look at it.
Oh yeah. No.
You're thinking of the rollers.
25 necrotic damage at +7. So they're still better at running into stuff.
And also taking this moment as well to decide who's going to control what, just like a normal mass combat.
We don't have control over any of the free folk. Is that by design?
That is not by design. Hold on. Yeah, if there's any units you don't have control over, just let me know.
I think those are the only ones.
All right. There you go. That should be better.
The scout, all the scouts have the special abilities to appear wherever you want them to when the time is right. So.
Yep. I also believe the Elven Rangers do as well. I could be wrong.
Okay. The Elven Rangers, they do have infiltrate, so. Where are they on here? Are they the Eladrin great bows?
Miss combats before. Misk Army.
No, I mean the token. Is that the Eladrin great bows? I don't see them on there otherwise.
Oh, this is the
Oh
election.
wait, no, here they are. Elven Rangers.
That's what's wrong. The Crushers don't have a range on their ranged attack.
Oh, they don't? They should. Hold on. Not impossible that I just bungled it.
No mistakes.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. There we are.
4 spaces. Bones are speed 1.
I think I'm gonna have some of those Centurions load up into the Sky Sloop.
Mm-hmm.
And then just
I just went ahead and took control over the stealthy bitches over there. I already marked them with purple.
Mm-hmm.
stick them on because they'll be a little bit more maneuverable, and it's good to have the unit on there.
Cannons are.
Do we want to have the orcs here in the back, or do we want to wait until like the next turn to bring them on?
I say we could just have them on. They seem like pretty go-getters anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's be real here. Are any of our characters really concerned about the orcs and their survivability?
Or willing to tell them to wait.
Yeah.
They wanted to get into battle anyway, so.
Yeah. So they can be the first, part of the first wave after the Black Iron. So.
Probably.
Yes, we will give them the honor of leading the vanguard.
Spread them out a little bit more.
Yep. If you need anything subdivided again, just let me know.
It's got 5 spaces on their attack. Ooh, the volley cannons have 12. And they're speed 1, so we have to bring them in pretty early anyway.
Yeah. And the volley cannons have artillery rules, so they can't attack and move in the same turn. Crushers can attack and move in the same turn.
So we might want them moving in to set up.
Yeah, I agree.
They're slow. Speed 1.
But yeah, I think their other units can wait until at least the next turn.
So bring in our dwarven stuff, like the suits.
I've got a
They have these-
Sky Sloop with some in there.
Do we want the mortar cannon in there since it takes a little while too?
Oh yeah, the mortar cannon's good. I just didn't know about the Centurions because I'm not sure with the line attack if they're a good idea to bring out in the front. I mean, Gambo can tell me, or if the line attack like target friendlies as well.
Oh, everything after the space adjacent to them will be targeted by the line attack.
That's what I thought. So that's the only thing that makes me nervous about sending them in behind people.
Mm-hmm. That's always a positioning question.
Just let you guys finish that up. I'll just add these real quick.
The gladiators could probably come in though. They're a little bit more scrappy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, depending on the enemy's range.
Do we want to divide? Do we want to divide up the Drake Riders? See if we can't have a decent number of smaller groups that we could have harrying the cannons.
I just don't think they're going to do much damage if we split them up because there's only 200 units and they don't do much otherwise, right? Compared to like the Black Iron, I mean.
Right. It's not so much the damage I'm looking for as much as like something to help disrupt the cannons or draw their fire. I mean, I guess we don't have to split them too thin, but I think it might be good to if we could get some sort of team over there trying to disable the cannons.
I mean, that's what I'm using the scouts for, because they can all appear within 4 spaces of a unit.
Mhm.
So they can just, like, if I roll 6 on the die when I have my turn, they can just appear on the other side of the barrier. They
Also,
can-
also, just to be clear about how that ability works, they can appear on the other side of the barrier anywhere on the map, but it is 4 or more spaces
Got it.
away from a unit.
Oh, as long
Okay.
as there's 4 or more. Still, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You absolutely can appear on the other side of the wall. I'm just letting you know it's not like one of those surprise. I'm adjacent to you. Stab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, does anyone else want to take control of these Black Iron Army soldiers? Or am I just going to control them all?
I feel like
Honestly.
whoever wants to control them, it'd probably be best for them to do all of them, because then they can just have a macro set up for their attack.
Plus, I mean, thematically, you have control of them, so.
Yeah, that's just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
So probably want to bring more units on pretty quick because the bridge is 30 or 27 long, almost 30, and then there's space behind it.
Yeah.
I just figured we're not going to group them all up in bunches. So after these people move up like 2 spaces, then we can start the next wave, kind of thing.
We probably want to scatter them around a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, but we only have
That's
so much of a
especially
starting zone.
Yeah, no.
The big cannons do.
I definitely wouldn't have them go in shoulder to shoulder because I'm sure they're going to have some area effect attacks.
I would like
At
to
least
split
not
the
the front
Drake
line.
Riders at least into 2 units of 100. Give us a little bit more options with aerial troops.
There you go.
Thank you.
And I also remember using your tokens over there, so.
The Scaleheart Javelins also have a pretty good ranged attack, too, if we need to keep that in mind. These ones right here.
Ranged combat's kind of the Dragonborn unit specialty. Tried to give each allied faction like a theme. I mean, I'm just waiting for you guys to be comfortable with who's controlling what and the plan is.
I'll take the Drake Riders and probably just pull more in as we add more.
All right.
Y'all want me to take these
Take whatever you want.
yellow people? Who are they?
These
Orcs.
guys? Orcs.
Orcs? Oh yeah, I'll be orcs.
All right.
I'm going to kill my orcs.
I just figured it'd be easier just for me to row up the ones I'll control.
Yep.
Orcs. Orc army.
Okay, I think those ones are good. I have all the stealthy people and a lot of the ranged people.
Quite pleased with how this map turned out.
I would say just mark the units that are from your army as yours, and then if you need help with the load, say something and we'll take some of them. Probably the fastest way to get this all done.
Yep. Also, be sure to roll 1d20 and add either your charisma or your intelligence modifier. That'll be your army detachment's initiative on the turn order. I already added everyone's tokens.
You said plus charisma?
Yeah, or intelligence.
What is higher for me? That's charisma.
And now I can roll a 17.
I assume the ones that have the border around the entire unit means they don't have a flank.
Yes, those are the special forces. They don't have a flank anymore, and they can move diagonally when other units cannot.
Gotcha.
They are the knights in a world of pawns.
13 from. I think we just need one from Taskell. All right. All right, everyone ready?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as your forces are marching down this bridge, you see the enemy aligned before you. You see the high Derogar-made walls lined with ancient statues that have been retrofitted to incorporate drow-made black powder cannons. You can see the blackened glint of god metal armored veterans upon the walls, and the floating forms of mind flayers, and the clinking gears of two massive siege cannons. Arrayed on the bridge is a living barrier of miners from the quarry. Even at this distance, they have a loose formation, seemingly not of their right mind. But your own forces are opposed them. A roiling wall of infernal metal that is the Black Iron Army, and the dwarves, elves, gnomes, and every other free people of this world aligned behind them. And quite fittingly, Freya, you have the initiative.
All right.
Oh.
You can't do a double move, right?
If you don't do anything else, you can.
Oh, awesome. Oh. Here we go. And the entire army in unison is going to step up. Or actually, we probably want these guys to shoot, right?
We
What's
got
their
the
range?
range, but
Yeah.
the range is.
Yeah, let's see if... Yeah,
So they-
I forget the ranges are pretty short in this army thing. So yeah, we'll just have them move up too.
Mm-hmm. There's going to be a lot of early rounds of shooting, or of moving, but that's kind of just the way of the beast with this long choke point bridge.
All right. These other units also don't have range, I think, but I didn't have the elite units up. Yeah, definitely probably just move them up.
Mhm.
This Gladiator has a speed of 1, and I'm guessing the mortars also probably just have a speed of 1.
Yeah, it's the average. You can still double move them if you want.
Oh, yes, thank you. So, those are my characters on the screen right now. What, do you guys think we want to bring in Centurions on the sides?
Let's hold off for now. Let's get a measure of their power.
Okay. Well, then that's my turn.
All right. Pilgrim's forces.
I think I'll have them advance a little bit.
Keep in mind that they can't move diagonal.
Oh, they can't? Okay.
No.
Okay, good to know.
And remember, you've got the facing mechanic, so to turn, you have to turn.
All right, double move to get them there.
Mm-hmm. Anything
all my
else?
units. That's all my
Alright.
units on the map so far.
Sorry,
Fergus.
I forgot about
Oh.
the sky sleep. Do you mind if I just move it real quick?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Cool.
Fergus lads.
I guess they're all in reserve at the moment, and I haven't claimed any.
Yeah, Fergus's units mostly are the stealthy ones. They're not going to try to pop out anytime right now, so.
All right.
A little too soon.
Advance.
Drum's troops.
Folks.
Oh, come up.
Hey, I'm orking here.
Who did we want to control the cannons, the volley cannons over here?
I think Kenneth's the only one that
Kenneth.
hasn't selected people. Yeah. All right. The defending troops, they don't have range, so they're holding tight. Pascal.
So yeah, they're several turns out from being able to possibly target anything. So advancing, soon we will know the range of their cannon. That's a big cannon. So.
All right. 2 giant cannons. So how these work is each of them gets 1 shot. They do not form an attack roll. I will just select 1 space, and that space and every adjacent space will lose 2d20 of their troops.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Cue the Attack on Titan speech. This was shredded by boulders.
So it'll attack this one and this one. Now here's the part that you're going to enjoy. Is it would kill 17, except for the fact that your black iron golems have a rule that say they can lose no more than 1 per attack.
Mhm.
So this one, this one, this one, and this one lose only 1 single golem out of their 1,000.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to give those to me again.
Let's see. Yeah. Richard's got it.
Okay.
And then this is more for theatrics. Yeah. And then this clump over here all lose 1 as well. That would have been devastatingly powerful if you guys didn't decide to bring the Black Iron Army.
Yep.
So these massive cannons fire, and you hear the cannonballs bigger than multiple dwarves standing upon each other's shoulder whiz through the air and impact with the bridge with a force that makes the entire structure rattle. But as the smoke clears, your Black Iron Army seems only more scuffed up than actually destroyed. Oh yeah.
The Terminators keep marching on.
Mhm.
Yes, indeed they do. All right. Then the tanks roll up.
Yeah, that's why I moved the formation around so the tanks weren't stuck.
Indeed. Good thinking. Move the Zeppelin up. And then these two will also just move up. Easy peasy, lemon sneezy.
All right. Nalgrim's troops.
All right.
So another couple rounds for shots off our side. Start flying.
As I said, horrific casualties going across this bridge. But you guys did elect to bring the Black Iron Army.
Yep. I got those up, and that's my movement for now.
Oh, there was no election combo.
Fergus's
Before
infiltrators.
convention.
No, but I think now that we have a little bit of space, I'm gonna put the Quarrelers here and the Eladrin Grapos here.
All right.
Not moving up yet, but they're just on the field now.
Yeah, because everything will just take their move just to get there. Yeah.
And that's it.
Okay. Thrum's orcs. Oh. He's muted.
He's thinking really hard while on the pisser.
Power squeezing.
Yeah, I'd gone to pee.
We figured.
All right, he's going to shout at them to space out. You're all going to. Archers are going to. Freya Spacer. Well, it really doesn't matter with your robots. Never mind. They're indestructible.
I mean, the fact that a single attack took out one is impressive.
Are they? They should all be facing the right direction, right?
Yep, they are. All right. They're still holding their ground. Haskell.
Yeah, obviously. Put that up to. Feel like we should start bringing our other units in, but
You want to bring in? Okay. The Hammer Elite Squadron has arrived. They're mostly just to watch. They brought popcorn.
Those big cannons are scary. All right. That it?
Who's controlling the elites?
probably me, but leave them open for people. Mostly,
Right,
I'm
so-
wondering how far those cannons can shoot.
So
We'll find out.
the big cannon is going to target the Wyvern Riders on the left, killing 25. And the other cannon is going to target the Wyvern Riders on the right, killing 8. And then they will both need to give me a morale check.
All right.
Let's see. Morale +3. Left, right.
All right, they both pass. Freya's 10 heads.
Okay. So is the cave ceiling so far up that I could fly to the point that I reach the apex of their cannon and they can't aim at the sloop anymore?
It would take a while to go straight up that high, but
And their cannons aren't that. Don't have that much range.
Maybe I'll pull the sloop back because until we get the cannons taken out, they're just one hit away, really.
Move up 2. How far away are we? Still too damn far. March. Pull the sloop back. And continue moving these units forward. And back line's pretty full up. I don't know if we can still bring in people.
You got 2 open spaces.
I mean, we can just wait until they move up
Yeah.
before we add more.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll be my turn. Black Iron Army's probably got him anyways.
All right.
I'm expecting any minute this fucking bridge to turn out to be one of those energy shield bridges from Halo and it to just turn off and all our Black Iron troops are lost.
That's why we split them up.
No.
Do you guys think I should pull the Drakes back and
Nah, fuck them.
just keep going? All right. 2, 3, 4.
Listen, I can't imagine orcs after they got shot being like, "Hey, let's retreat." They're probably like, "Hey, we got shot. Let's do it again and see if we can hit them better than they hit us."
What the morale check was for.
That would be mine.
Yeah, looking back on it now, I feel like orcs should have like a special feature when they have to do morale checks. They have like a bonus when they have like less than half their units, as a blood rage kind of thing.
That's a good
best
idea.
option, they distract the or not best option. Best option, they get to the cannons, disable them. Second best option, they distract the cannons for several turns.
Yeah,
Hey, next turn
that
those
would be the
crushers are
goal.
gonna be within range though.
Just try to send those wyverns in and turn those cannon operators into chunky salsa.
I'm just gonna double move like that, and like that, and that's it. Not quite time for the stealthy people to appear.
Drums troops.
You double moving up.
We do this not because we have to, but because we want to.
Do this not because it's easy, but because I am hard. All right. And the thrums. All right. Something gonna happen here.
Oh, yeah.
Bridge collapse.
Dropping their invisibility spells are several flying Nautiloid ships equipped with cannons. If you guys have played Baldur's Gate, you know what these look like.
Yeah, fucking squid fuckers. Don't like them one bit.
Who are going to open fire on the wyverns.
No, they got this. I believe in them wyverns.
Yeah, they are attacking from surprise, so they will have advantage. So I'll roll twice.
AC is 13.
All right. So 8. Fucking hell. Well, one misses. The other one now gets attacked. Remember, advantage.
Oh,
So
right,
this will
right.
be the one on the right. 19
Hey, that one hits.
and 19 again. Okay.
All right.
Good boy.
And at least that one's consistent.
So that is going to be 200 damage. And then you would remember divide it by your
200 divided by 15.
Also remember that, guys, this is the my patched rules for mass combat. So melee troops have the charge action, which is they move forward one space and then they can attack.
Right.
And then another morale check for those wyverns that got hit.
Okay. 5.
All right. They are wavering. So their attacks are at disadvantage and disadvantage on the next morale check.
Oh God, the Drakes are wyverning.
That Divinity Crisis is causing them to fail to hit.
Hit itself
but now
with
it
confusion.
is Taskel's troops.
Shred the meat, discard the bones.
Is moving up, and therefore the back line is now empty for other people. Also, one of my posters has just fallen down as the blue tech has probably gotten quite old.
Those bastards.
We'll be avenged.
All right. I was looking away for a second. Did you already finish your move?
Yeah,
Okay.
everything's moved.
Cannons once again on the wyverns.
Buzzers.
On the left, 30, and on the right, 10.
Okay.
And then morale checks again.
30.
One of these groups of Drake Riders are having a substantially harder time than the others.
Yeah. And the second, is it any sort of penalty for being wavering, or is it
Disadvantage.
disadvantage? All right. 15 and
All right.
14.
They're still wavering, but they're not ratting. All right. Freya.
Going to first move up my sky sloop so I can attack that nautiloid next round. And then these guys have 4 range, right?
Hmm.
Let me take a look at these crushers again. Okay, so we want to get into melee with these guys for sure. So they will march forward, but not a full move because they are going to shoot. So, good of targets as any.
Mm-hmm.
20 plus 10, and after I do this a couple times, it'll get faster.
No worries. Yeah, those will hit.
Yeah,
Sorry,
just go
target
left to right with it.
All right. So what's the damage?
It'd be 5 weapon damage.
Okay, so 5 times 99.
999, isn't it?
Yep, 5. Yep, 5 times
So-
909.
Around
99.
5,000.
5 times 1,000.
Yeah, so about 5,000. Let's see, Mind Slay. Yeah, it's about what I thought. All right. So these tanks roll up. The weapons on the top start spitting. You guys remember those artillery shells that fell down on you in Dammerhall? That's what these were. So just fiery shells of artillery trailing putrid black smoke fire out and come raining down, and they just full kill these entirely.
Yeah, especially
Just-
since 5 is their melee attack. The range attack's 25.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's necrotic
Yeah.
if that changes anything, but
Oh no, those are full dead. So disclosure, those mind slaves, AC 10, HP 5. They
I
are
didn't think they were
meat
very
shields.
strong with names like Mind Slaves.
Yeah.
Did you say their ranged attack damage is 25?
Yep, the range attack damage is 25.
25,000? Good
Mhm.
lord. Should have
As I
broken
said,
those up into
this was
smaller units.
This was an army to conquer the world.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
All right, Nolgrim.
All right. I think the Drake Riders are going to charge. So rotate and then move, then attack.
Memory serves. Let me check my notes because the reprisal attack is a thing. Yep.
Is there any advantages on a charge beyond the plus
yeah.
1 to damage?
It's been a while since I wrote these. Add your morale bonus to attack and damage rolls.
Okay. One's on the left, right one's on the right.
Mhm.
19 and 22 respectively.
Let me check. So those actually both hit.
All right, so that would be, let's see, 4
So-
weapon damage plus 3 to morale plus 1 for aggressive. So 45 times 8 for the first one. 360.
All right, 360.
Then
Damn. Okay.
then 69. Nice.
Nice.
Times 8. 552.
Nice.
All right. So, this absolute tidal wave of wyverns falls on those Nautiloid ships over there and begins just ripping them apart. There's definitely injuries being taken, but 69, nice. Wyverns are just a truly colossal amount of large-sized, giant flying dragon things. So those ships are being torn to shreds. Now, as a reminder of the rules for this other group over here that only lost 3 ships, melee attacks now get a reprisal, which is an auto hit that's 50% of what their damage could be. And these ships do have a melee attack because they got tentacles on the front. So that is going to be a grand total of 16 damage.
16. That would just be, let's see. Drake Riders. Oh, Drake Riders. I got those numbers wrong. Drake Riders are 50 hit points each.
Okay. So then you're doing fine because there wasn't many of them and you took a lot. Hey, their cannons are better than their melee. They're ships. The fact that they have a melee attack at all.
Right. And I don't know if do I have to actually count me and rotate this Drake Rider at the end or no?
No, I do not believe you do.
Okay. All right. That was my turn
You'll
then.
just have to contend yourself with killing 5 skyships.
I'm good with that.
Fergus's lads.
Not time for the other people to come in, but I'm just gonna hold them back for now.
From
Yep. Michael, did you forget to move your robots up?
Oh, I think he might have forgotten to move the golems when he got excited using the crushers.
Yeah, we all get excited to the crushers.
Who wouldn't be?
It's like watching those robot fights that they do, where it's like people create robots and have them fight. It's just something mesmerizing about that.
BattleBots. I love it. I had a really good, pretty simple little game that was BattleBots, video game that was awesome. You could create all your own weapons and stuff. It was good.
I know it exists. I know.
I had a. This is going to sound ridiculous. I had a robotics class at my high school, and they had a BattleBots team that competed against other BattleBots.
That's my dream. My nephew got to do that. I'd do it in a heartbeat. Except theirs was non-violent. They had to like program their robots to bypass an obstacle course, and I just would always ask them, "So, do y'all get to kill each other's robots?"
No, robots must hug it out.
Yeah, I think they were killing each other's robots. That's the impression I got. I wasn't on the BattleBots team, unfortunately. Looking back, that seems like the coolest thing to have been a part of, but it wasn't the clique I was in. It was a bunch of software and engineering people.
Shifty's there. Shifty's there. There's more Nautiloid ships decloak. One right in front of the sky sloops, which I'll roll that one first for their advantaged broadside. So this will be against the sky sloop. 18. Michael?
sorry. 18 against the sky sloops is going to hit.
All right, so that's 125 damage.
And that's divided by
The
the
HP.
The HP, yeah. Just wanted to make sure I got it right.
Mhm.
So would it be one? It's 1.25. So would that be just
Then-
be one or two?
It would just be one.
Okay. Cool.
And then
So what would that mean for the? Well, I guess you can do the quick calculation for how many Centurions are left.
oh yeah, because
We got.
it's
Oh, that's not what I meant to do. If we have 100 Centurions inside of the sloop, and then there are 10 sloops, and one of them falls down.
you lost 10. Yay, math.
Indeed.
All right,
So we'll
So-
just take the 10 out of this one over here.
let's do a couple advantaged cannon shots against the Wyvern Riders on the right. 18. Loki?
18. Yeah, that'll hit the Drake Riders.
That's 125 damage to these ones over here.
Take 2.
I just forget how beefy those riders are.
Mm.
And then we got another advantage one against the ones on the left. 18 again for another 125 damage to these ones over here.
All right. Drop another 2 out.
And then the 2 that are in melee will perform a melee attack. This is just flat. 21. That should hit.
That'll hit. Yep.
So that is 16 damage.
Doesn't even get half
Ooh.
of one.
All right. And then what would have been your half your melee attack if you had hit? The half your melee damage, sorry.
Let me check. For this one?
For the 43 one, yeah.
Yeah, 43. All right. Let me see.
Reprisal attack, assuming
Yeah.
you want to use your reaction to do it.
Yeah. 43 times 4. 86 damage.
How much?
86.
All right. So that's not enough to take one out. So, and the final Nautiloid ship is going to fire on these Orog veterans down here. 20? That's you, Cope.
Sorry. The veterans. Oh, I had them backwards. Okay. Veterans have a AC of 18.
All right.
So
So
it's-
that's 125 damage as cannon fire rains into them.
25. Really? So they only lose 3?
Yep.
Right.
Reminder for the folks at homes, exploding cannonballs were a later invention.
Mhm.
Most early cannons were literally just flying metal balls. So they were actually not as good at hurting individual people as you'd think. I mean, you would kill an individual person, but into a crowd, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why there's all those science fiction movies about how you could win the Civil War with like 5 M16s.
I have not seen that movie, but I would like to watch it.
I mean, yeah, if you're. I mean, I think of cannons usually on ships. I know they're used as like siege weapons and shit, but that's
Also,
really
there's-
where I see them as most effective because you're just trying to put holes in them.
Mhm.
The field battles, they were just terrifying for morale.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because one guy would get hit, but that one guy would be torn in half.
Mhm.
Or just
Tactical
anybody in
str-
line, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which kind of
Looking at the
formations in the
stats on
time.
these things, and I'm kind of glad they're on our side, because volley cannons ho. But they will
Yep.
probably
Boom,
miss.
Yeah,
It's a
those
flop.
that will miss though, but
boom.
just so much
Volley
gunfire.
cannons. Oh. Meanwhile, these guys carrying bows and arrows feel a little inept.
Yeah, lots of big cannon energy. Speaking
I have
of
a
this,
stick
Speaking
with
of
a
big
heavy
cannons.
weight on the end.
It's a very nice stick.
speaking of big cannons, all right, so this hammer elite, the adjacent hammer elite, and these quarrelers take 25 troop losses.
Man, these cannon guys are bitches.
Yeah, let's stagger the non-mechanized troops a bit more.
And finally, the Orog veterans lose 29. So as these massive cannons pivot away from the air battle back to direct their attention towards the bridge, they fire their rounds well over the Black Iron Army and start striking the back line of your attacking force. Unlike the smaller cannons attached to the Nautiloid ships, these ones have devastating effects on your troops. And as the explosive cannonballs smash into the bridge, everyone feels the entire suspension bridge sort of shake and rattle. It's entirely possible that too many of those cannon shots on the bridge is not good.
Mm.
But for it is Freya's turn. The sound of heavy cannon fire subsides to be cut through by a massive draconic roar. As coming over from your side is the burning form of the red dragon Maladraxus. So, someone select an enemy unit on the field, and I'm going to roll 1d20, and that's how many units they lose as Maladraxus does a flyby.
Can we select a cannon?
You can try.
I was gonna select this guy up here,
Yeah,
Oh, that guy
looks
right
good
there?
to me.
the
Yep.
Illithid Overlord here. Yeah,
All right. Does anyone want to do the honors of rolling a d20?
sure.
Yes, Richard.
I'll never roll that successfully again.
Well, it's because it's an
Jesus
enemy troop.
Christ. Ever a pessimist.
Full
Even,
slaughter.
even when he rolls fire, he's like,
Mm,
that's never gonna happen again, though.
Oh, listen, I have accepted I am the Eeyore of the group.
no, you're the Charlie
Well-
Brown.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Good man, Charlie Brown.
You know, the one that everyone
got a
bullies,
raw-
but realistically is probably going to have the most healthy lifestyle after the events of Peanuts.
Mhm.
Yeah,
All
they
right.
tormented that kid. Anyways.
Yeah. So you will be able to have Maldraxxus do another flyby at the after the cannons shoot each time from now on.
Why are you
With
such
you
a
all-
useless fucking moron, Charlie Brown?
Poor guy. Anyway, Freya's steamrollers.
Well, first things first. Are attack of opportunities a thing in mass combat?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it does not really change what I need to do because their melee attack sucks.
Mhm.
So they'll move back too.
All right. Don't forget to spin their facing around.
Are you
Yep.
moving back?
Their face the correct direction.
22 will hit. So
Yes, it
that's
will.
And that
40 damage.
Nine, 4, but they can't lose more than 2.
Yeah. All right. Anything with your Black Iron troops?
Yes. Okay. So they're going to continue moving up. I think
What's their
this
range?
one
If they build
will
shit,
continue moving up. This one move this way. This one move this way. That seem like a good idea. So I can target bigger guy back there with this one, and then more small guys clearing up the front.
For those things, I'd be more inclined to push them forward and start attacking the cannons, because those little guys aren't going to do too much. Sure, if you want to attack the nautiloids, but I'm still most worried about those cannons,
Yeah,
especially
that's
since they have the
me.
potential to drop the entire
Mhm.
bridge.
Yeah. Okay, I wasn't really considering the cannons as something we could target, but other than like trying to stop the people operating them. But yeah, I could try to.
Getting the army across the bridge is definitely preferable to having.
I mean, even if we get to here, do
when
we
it
have the
comes-
range to hit the cannons?
Mhm.
I mean, realistically,
Yeah, because they're up from that as well.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
Just getting them across the bridge, period, is kind of the goal.
Okay. Well, I think they were 2 spaces back, like right here. So
Yeah.
move them up. That's where they'd be. And then.
And you can still range attack diagonal too, so.
Yeah. These little guys we don't want to worry too much about. Can you target the Illithid Overlord? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll target them with the Crushers.
Okay.
What's their range?
4.
Okay.
All right, that'll hit, and you do like 5,000 damage if I remember correctly. So
Actually, I was looking at I was using something I used before, which was their melee attack, so that would be +7 instead. So
it still hit.
yeah, cool. So 5 times 999, they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
And then just keep taking out that back line, you guys think?
Is this within range of this guy?
You'd
4
have to change
spaces.
facings, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd have to change facing.
Which is an action?
no, it's part of
No?
the move.
It's the beginning of the end of your move, yeah.
Okay. We can change facing and attack that one. Easy peasy.
Other one's out of range. There's
Plus
still plenty for it to kill on the bridge.
20.
20, that'll hit, and I'll just save the time.
Eviscerated. Thoroughly eviscerated.
Mhm.
And then the last one will attack one of those guys on the back line. With a 16, so it might not even hit.
That actually does hit.
All right.
I'll just take out the closer one.
Cool. And then these guys will move up too. And these guys. Okay. The gladiators can't get into range of either of these nautiloids. So I think they will just move up. The mortars are they in elite units?
Yep.
Mortars, there they are. They have a speed of 1 and a range of.
Though they
Where's
also can't move and shoot on the same time.
Yep, that's just a crusher ability that they can move and shoot.
Could they
Okay.
rotate, or does that count as a movement?
No, they can rotate, but
Either way, it looks like it'll just be moving up for both of them. And I can bring Centurions in if we want. There'll only be one group of them, I think.
I mean, I think. Do we need
I
more?
feel like the
troops on
lower
bridge?
number units are going to get like decimated pretty
Yeah,
quickly.
that's what I'm thinking. The more
Okay.
put on, the more that can be shredded.
Did I attack that other nautiloid with the sky sloop?
You ran away from it.
Okay, cool. I'll attack it now. With the Centurions that are inside. It'll be a +6.
Was it the 9 that you just rolled?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that
that'll
isn't too
miss.
much. I actually just realized that I could have used these fly drone supports to negate some of that damage. I don't know if we want to relitigate that, but
Yeah, you guys are kind of already doing really well.
okay. Then
All right.
that's my turn.
Lilgrim.
All right. I think these guys will just attack the one directly in front of them real quick. Ben's probably not going to get it. And this guy, I think he'll double back and help the sky sloop.
Mm-hmm.
So 1, rotate, 2.
Probably just double move up into him.
Yeah. Although, then I won't be able to charge. Actually, let me.
I thought the charge you can only move one space and charge.
Yeah.
Too.
Right.
So it's not going to hit regardless.
It was there. I was curious.
Wait,
so
hold
if
on. Let
I
me double
rotate-
check my ruling on that. 1 second.
'cause
Nope.
if I-
Charge, you move your speed. It just has to be in a straight line.
So I'll move there and then do a range attack since it is now 2 spaces away.
All right. A 15 will miss.
Let that be my Drake Riders.
All right. Fergus's few.
So I assume to do the infiltratability, I have to roll separately for all of them. I can't roll for all of them at the same time.
Yes.
So
Now, to
I
be
did have a
fair,
question about that.
That does make it more likely you'll roll what you need to get at least one on the board.
My question was, it says they can hide and stuff as a bonus action, but they don't actually have a roll for that. Do they just, if they're stealthing, do they just automatically stealth in this?
Yeah, they just can't really be targeted, is what it is.
Okay. So just wanted to make sure about that beforehand.
Mhm.
So here come a group of D6s. There's gonna be 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the Free Folk Scouts and the Iron Cloak Scouts are going to appear. I'm just gonna drag them real quick so I can get closer before I decide where they're gonna go.
Yep, fair enough.
They're going to go. Let's see. It has to be 4 spaces away from a target, right?
4 or more.
4 or more. So would they count like one of them here, and then sorry, I didn't mean to put that one there. Because I think that's 4 spaces away. They can't be like right here, could they?
Yeah, they could be right there.
Okay. So I'll rotate them around, but they're going to be here as they appear, and then they're going to stealth as a bonus action each.
All right.
And that's a free action for both of them. Free action, I'm going to activate Long Stride on the Scouts to give them extra movement. So there's not going to be a chance of being able to scale that wall to the south, right, of them?
Now you gotta go
towards
through those golems to go up the stairs.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Okay.
Next target for Maladraxus.
So this is the closest place I could get them to.
Now, to be fair, if you look at this golem here, all of its flanks are exposed, so everything would be at advantage.
Yeah. So you said as an action they can charge and move up to their speed.
Yes.
Okay. So that would get them here, but do I want? Because they're currently stealth. I'm going to move them, but I'm not going to have them attack this turn, so I can.
Yeah.
I have to rotate these ones as they moved,
Mhm.
so. But they were double moving. Okay, so that's all for them. And then.
In my head, how the scouts got that behind enemy walls is that during the entire march up, they crawled on the underside of the bridge.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too.
Mhm. They've been busy.
Yep.
So, and then the quarrelers and the great bows have moved up. But that's it.
All right. Drums orcs.
All right. Did more Nautiluses appear?
Oh, like a turn ago.
Okay. I was still thinking that those were they and that they were those. All right, those guys are going to double move. Archers will move up one, and I believe can fire on the Nautilus.
Yeah.
Range of 4.
Yep. Hit them with your best shot. With a pot shot.
All right. So we're really going to fire these bows and arrows at them spaceships.
Mm-hmm.
2,000 pot shots.
Plus 4 would be 20 plus 4. Kill.
That'll hit.
2,000
what's-
pot shots.
what's your-
4,000 damage.
So these may be closer to the Lord of the Rings orcs, but I'm going to invoke a little Warhammer Fantasy orcs. Warhammer Fantasy orcs are not fantastic archers, but they really love firing arrows as fast as possible. That's basically what happens here. It's that, yes, each arrow is individually not very strong, but they fired so many fucking arrows that they eventually found all the Ithalids on the ships. The sheer happenstance.
Nice word. All right. And these guys are going to move up. Double
Just-
move.
It's a bunch of alien squid men from space. They're displacing the oxygen with arrows. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh man. If I was ever an anime character, that's what I want my special attack to be. To be like he's displacing the oxygen by firing so many bullets.
Somehow they've moved so many small rocks and sticks onto our spaceship that we're overloaded and we're going to crash.
This is
The weight level is too great.
such an expensive way to kill me.
All right, that's
You'd
it.
be surprised at the bulk price.
It is known that an orc could fire 3 times his body mass within a minute.
Just piles of arrows on these ships as they fall down.
Damn it, just steer the plane away. But they hurt. It hurts. Keep hitting me with these stones and arrows.
It's like if you ever play Skyrim and you have a maxed out strength character at the end of the game with your maximum carrying capacity, but you fill it entirely with cheese. And then you just empty your entire inventory at once and your game crashes because the room is filled. End of your turn there?
Yep.
All right. So lock it with your bodies. All right. Mind slaves against Crusher. Let's do this. 17.
I don't think 17 does it, but I will double. Oh, it does. Never mind.
Oh, it does. Excellent. All right, so they do
1 at maximum.
They do 200 damage.
I like to think they just throw themselves into the treads until one's just
That's
low down.
basically what they're doing because they're about to take backlash damage. I don't think 200 is even enough to kill one, is it?
I no.
All right, so look at your melee damage. Look what it would be if you'd hit and then have that and tell me that number.
Crushers have 200 hit points exactly. So.
Yeah, I don't feel like they kill one. What's the damage there, Michael?
Oh, sorry. The damage is fucking. I'm sorry. How does backlash damage work?
All right, so you take the damage that you would hit if you would hit with a melee, and then you just
Okay.
have what that number would be.
Okay, so it's 5, so it'd be 2 or 3. I don't know which one.
So 5 times 99,
Or oh yeah, I guess that'd be the best.
999, and then divided by 2 is all of them.
All of them.
So yes, what Loki described is basically what happens. These crushers, they get that name because they have giant spikes, like steamroller things on the front. So they just charge, and it goes about as well as you think it would. Let's see if the Star Spawn Horde does any better. $16.
16 just meets the AC.
All right. So they do a whopping 400 damage. So they actually manage to, by scrambling and throwing their entire bodies, manage to destroy one Black Iron Crusher. And then
So like it just got tripped up on all the bodies.
yeah, essentially, because looking at it now, hold on. Oh wow, it actually didn't kill them all. It only killed 167 of them.
Morale check.
Yeah, morale check.
The mindless have morale.
I think we might need to insight check that.
I would say too much at times.
They are zealously dedicated to it. These are horrifying aberration creatures that look like skinless humanoids with claws. And the final group of mind slaves, they are not going to get a reprisal because they are attacking the flank of this
Oh,
crusher.
you don't understand. They're trying to die.
All right, so they hit, they kill none, and they are not reprised. And because they're not front to front, they don't get any backlash. So that's how that went. See, are these cannons in range yet? They are.
You can still surrender. I mean, we'll still kill all of you, but you can surrender.
All right.
Make it easy.
Cult cannons. On the crushers on the left. Miss. On the crushers on the center. 20, that'll hit. So they deal 200 damage. So that kills one more crusher. All 20 cannons firing and hitting. Or all 10. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, it's still 200 damage. So it kills one in the center one.
Yep.
All right. And then nautiloids. Not a lot of options. So first up, against the wyverns on the left, 15. Loki?
15.
Yeah, that will miss AC 16.
Let's go.
All right, melee attack against that same one. 13. That'll miss. What's your reprisal damage there?
Let me check. $5, 86. Did you hear that?
No, I did not.
Okay. 86 damage for
86
reprisal.
damage. Okay, so it doesn't manage to kill any of them. And the last one will attack the Sky Sloops again. 17.
That will hit.
The Sky
Oh,
Sloops?
Sky Sloop, sorry. My bad. I was saying.
Michael?
17 versus the Sky Sloops.
Mhm.
The Sky Sloops, I believe, will be hit. Yes.
All right, so that is going to be
And do you say they have ability to mitigate damage?
Yeah.
100.
Okay. What are there? Okay. So 1, and then they have fly drones, which would reduce it
Mhm.
to none.
It's just the none.
So-
All right,
I don't want to lose any more of these cannons.
and it's Taskel's group.
Now, hopefully, the volley cannons have those nautiloids ranged in now.
Mhm.
22.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man, to shreds, you say?
oh yes. They've got a decent shot at the other ones next time.
Mhm.
War, fire, burn.
I do like it that 60 volley cannons bring down 5 or 2,000 orcs all firing arrows at the exact same time.
Right.
Look, it caused so many of the pain synapses to go off inside of the nautiloid that it just assumed that this was some kind of cancer and deactivated all of their
Yeah.
Really
all
on
of their
about
connection.
cancer. Right? You got anything you want to share? Anyway, that's all my stuff moved. and
All
shot.
right. So one of the big cannons are going to target the volley cannons, only killing 8. And another one of them is going to target the orc archers. 18. As the cannons fire in, the bridge shakes violently again. Near the impact site, small little fault lines are beginning to develop into the stone. The call goes out amongst the dwarven stoneworker that the bridge has 2 or 3 hits like that left in it. If you guys are able to get a force near any one of these cannons, you can have either some of your characters or your companions take them out, just so as you know.
Okay.
But where would you like Malajaxis to burn?
I'm voting
I was gonna say.
the
Speaking
silver
of.
golems.
All right. Who wants to roll it? It's more than half their force.
Fergus rolled 11.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. I figured I'd just roll again since I did last time.
Mm-hmm. and they are wavering. Their formation has been thoroughly disrupted. Constructs can't rout, but they can still waver.
Oh, I gotta put wavering on this guy, don't I?
All right. Freya.
Yes. Well, first things first. I am just going to have this tank move this round.
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe that'll put me within range for next round of the cannon.
Mm-hmm.
And then these two will attack the creatures currently in front of them. I'll also change its facing, I guess.
Are you able to do the same for this one? See if we can take out both.
Yeah, he might want to
It's
just go
not
into
close
range.
enough.
Well, I mean, double
6.
move. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I guess you're right. I could make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
And what are they afraid of? These mind slaves?
Yeah, I'm not going to bother rolling the opportunity attack there.
And then one of them will just melee attack the one in front of it, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
to clear a path. Would be the +10 then.
Let me say, I believe. Yep, that hits.
For 5.
Oh,
times
sorry,
times craziness.
Yep. I'm pretty sure, but I just want to hear the number.
Oh, 5 times 997.
That'll be 4,985.
Yep. Squish.
Yeah, I was pretty confident in my assertion.
Mhm.
This is
Okay.
it's probably going to blow anything that is hits out of the water.
Are you able
Mhm.
to move them forward 2 squares? Are they still able to move?
Yeah, you can move over to your attack.
I want to see if this is like a door or a gate.
Yeah, it's a gate in between those two statues there.
Okay, just checking. And then march up these fellas.
Mhm.
1, 2. And then, let's see. I guess I'll advance up, backing up that wyvern.
And don't forget to move your golems down here as well.
Keep forgetting the movement for these sky sloops. Speed 2. I always think they're fast, but I second guess myself.
I mean, speed 2 is fast for this.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
I second guess that they're fast, but they are fast. Mortars have a range of 4, I think, but only a movement of 1. So move up. Gladiators not in range of anything, so they're just going to move up. And I think that's everything.
All right. Elgrim.
The Drake Riders will rotate and then move double speed towards that cannon. This Wyvern Rider is going to take an attack. 14 will
Against the Nautiloid.
yeah. I'll miss. All right.
And then the reprisal damage is going to be no, just 8. So that's not enough.
All right. Then that would be my turn.
It sounds measly, but in my head, it's like a dogfight where the big tentacles
Yeah.
are swinging around trying to grab, and they're like zipping around.
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining too.
Yeah.
I can only imagine the horror as all of these cannons simultaneously turn and aim at the cannon operators.
Right.
So no new units coming behind the enemy lines.
Mhm.
But let's see. This one's going to step up first and gonna shoot. Where is this? Those are the mercenaries, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the
Freelance.
mercenaries. Yeah, those are the freeling scouts.
Scouts. So +3 to hit. So d20 plus whatever. So that'll be 15 to hit.
15 will not be able to penetrate the Quicksilver golems.
Gotcha. Bonus action is going to hide again.
Fair enough.
This one.
Oh, I forgot. Roll it again because you are attacking their flank at advantage, and they're also wavering, so you would have gotten advantage from either. So roll it one more time to see if that.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, and then the next ones. Sorry, I have a bunch of tabs open trying to.
Yeah, it's no problem. I knew this battle was going to be a lot of moving parts, but you guys went all through that.
Can I
work
do
of
the
getting-
long strider ability multiple times? It says I can increase my speed by 1 for the rest of the battle by spending a mark.
You know, that's not how I intended it, but I'm going to say yes.
Okay, so I'll spend 1 so they can have a movement of 3.
Mm-hmm.
And they have mobile. No, they don't have mobile, so it has to go like this. But it's a scout.
To be fair, they're special forces, so they can move diagonally.
Okay, so that'll only take 2 then.
Yeah, so you could hypothetically.
Okay, so I won't use the long strider yet.
You could hypothetically, if you had the movements, do this.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna. Can I attack and move, or do I have to attack and then?
You can attack and move. You just can't. If you charge, then that's basically the end of it. But you want normal.
This is going to be a melee attack against them. This is going to be a +7 to whatever I roll.
And at advantage.
So 17.
17, still not enough.
Okay, well then. That's disappointing.
Yeah, unfortunately, the golems are hard targets.
Yep. You know what? Bonus action. I'm just gonna hide and then move up.
Yep.
Because certain things are more important right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my turn, I think. No, I'll have these archers move up again. Well, not the corridors. Right. They're too far away. I don't want them to be too grouped up with everyone else. That's it.
Okay. Thrums orcs.
Well, unfortunately, the spaceships have run away.
And by run away, you mean died?
He will move 2 to there.
Those cowards fled into the afterlife rather than fight us.
Wait a minute.
They're retreating into the abyss below. Get them.
Can they charge? Can they take 1 step? All right. The movement
you
of
can't
1.
charge. Yeah, no charge range attacks. It's only into melee.
Okay.
So if there's anybody that could charge and shoot arrows, it'd be the orcs. But
it'd be different if they had lasers, because then they'd be in charge of
shooting the arrows. They're
Mm-hmm.
just completely not effective. They're just running and shooting arrows.
I like to think it's just like a constant stream of arrows that are just kind of moving like a fire hose, right?
Yep. Yes.
Boys, if we fire enough, we'll build a bridge to them.
They're just all falling right here right now because they're running forward. All right. That's it for the orc boys.
All right.
But before we close on the orc boys, I have to ask, has Warhammer 40K permanently destroyed orcs for us?
No, but
you can't go back to the simplistic fantasy orcs once you've uncovered the orc boys.
They're just too much fun.
Yeah,
there's so much more fun in that galaxy.
I mean, I feel like Warhammer 40K orcs are literally just, if you took normal orcs and turned their dial to like an 11.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Or just really unapologetic about it in the writing too, which is one of the things I love.
Mm-hmm.
I've told the story from the orc novel I wrote, where at the very beginning, the main character, who's a war boss, his camp is getting attacked by Dark Eldar, and he walks out and there's rockets flying around and stuff blowing, and he's like, oh, Eldar attacking, and his number 2 pulls up in a truck, and he's like, "Morning, boss. Weather's a bit brisk today." Bullets carve out his section.
Love it.
They're so adapted to that universe.
Mm.
Just,
If the Eldar are fighting orcs, the Eldar made a mistake.
they were attempting to provoke them to charge them into going into an area, which succeeded, unfortunately for them. All right. These mind slaves are giving up the ghost, and they're just going to try to move forward. That's them dashing. Not going too well.
Oh, man. I guess I'll just give up.
The wall of fiery golem death approaching.
I'm sure throwing your bodies up against the golems will look so much better than the tanks.
I mean, to be fair, it's not exactly their call. Melee attack against the wyverns or the drake riders, whatever, the flyers. 25.
That will hit. Yep.
16 will not be enough. Now the cannon fire against them. What the heck? Sorry, button thing happened. 23.
That's 23 units that drop.
No. This is a separate attack against the.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit.
All right, so that is going to be 100 points of damage from the
We'll
cannons.
drop 2.
All right. The cult cannons upon the walls are going to focus their fire. Do these guys have range yet? Oh, they do. All right, so I'm going to just rapidly roll for attacks for these cult cannons real quick. They're all going to be targeting the central tank. Miss, hit, miss. So that will be 2 groups of 200 damage, which I believe will only kill 2 tanks total.
Indubitably.
Taskell's lads.
It was a valiant last effort.
Well, I think these guys had to make a morale thing from the cannon.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, I checked my notes. We only roll morale when you lose 50% of it, so
Okay.
it was an attempt to speed this up.
Okay, so that's
Yep.
8. These things have a range of 12. Do 19. Two of them.
Yep.
Their cannons shoot twice as far as my mortars. More than twice.
Ancient Dragon Secrets.
Yes, they've unlocked the power of rock and roll.
I also love that these orc riders are having like an intricate dogfight with these nautiloid ships. You know, like Ithilid mine blasts, javelins going everywhere, and just boom, and just all the cannonballs come and just clear out the ships.
Right.
All right, end of your turn there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we are going to target volley cannons again, 28. And don't forget the adjacent elites and archers take the exact same damage. And we're going to target those orc archers. Ooh, 30.
Richard has forgotten about them. But
What?
What was that?
I don't think you haven't moved those archers the last couple rounds, I don't think.
Oh, the dwarf ones?
No, these
Yeah,
ones.
No, I've been moving them.
Yeah,
I moved them
somehow
last
they-
round.
Okay.
Either way, these orc archers take 30,
Yeah,
and these hammer elites take 30.
30 damage.
No, 30 losses total.
Oh,
It's the big cannons that just auto
Got it.
damage. Had to make them scary somehow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
mm,
Because it would have, even if I gave them like a plus 15, it would have been really lame to have these like they're building-sized cannons firing massive mortar shells. I rolled a natural 1. I guess it does nothing.
Right.
Well, that's kind of disappointing.
Yep.
Who you want Maladraxus to fire up?
Finish that golem.
That or try to kill one of these ones up here, so we can make our way to the cannon. I mean, we can
You
go for
go.
the. Yeah,
I
let's
think
just
the
go for the
golem will
golem.
be-
Get out of the way.
Mhm.
He's more deadly, I think. So. Here, 7 of them die.
He's
All
our
right.
cannon, so
All right, Freya.
All right. So, I guess there's no harm in moving these guys up more.
Famous last words.
And we're going to have 1 fire on one cannon, 1 fire on the other cannon, and 1 fire at the door.
Hey, roll 1 for
Boom,
the
bitches.
door. Okay, that will almost certainly hit.
These will all be like for over 24,000 damage.
Yeah. Yeah, I
The door
don't.
dodges.
I'll let the AC do the talking, and since you
First-
definitely hit a 27, so it rolls up and it begins fire. Almost 1,000 crushers begin firing a sustained barrage of black fire mortar shells, smashing into it. You see the glowing runes of ancient Dugar magic flare up to counteract it, intermixed with some of the eldritch magics that the Illithids brought. But it's just explosion after explosion, like the mouth of a furnace to some sort of black fired hell. And eventually you start hearing the pops of the runes go, and then the metal of the gate begins to corrode, and it is completely brought down in one attack.
And then the cannons. Cannon left and cannon right. Hey, they're the same.
Yep.
That's
Imagine
coronation right there.
21s.
Yes. You fire a similar volley against the cannons. You see a magical dome of energy protect them as various spellcasters along the parapets rise up and chant. As your mortars smash down on it, you see the magical barriers buckle and crack, but hold. You do not roll high enough on your attacks for those. I will let you know if you had, I would have just bypassed the entire. You can get up there and have an encounter and just, nope, you smoked it into a fiery ruin.
Yep.
Anything else? You got other troops to move up.
Indeed. Many more, many more. Okay, so
For the guys at home, I would remind you, you split the Black Iron forces in half.
Yeah.
okay, they're gonna move up and attack.
I'll just let you know now. If you hit, you'll just go.
These guys are gonna move up.
I mean, who am I kidding? Anything other than a natural 1.
You guys think I should fill in these gaps or keep them behind?
I mean, I think they should just keep marching because we
Yeah.
can
Just keep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say.
might as well shift them over 1, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, fill in the gaps. It just looks more pretty.
Yes, and that is the goal of military combat. Beauty.
Combat. There's beauty in death.
Tis beauty killed the beast.
Indeed. Okay, so these are the golems. I'm gonna finally get to use their attack. This is a plus 13 3 times over, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
20 plus 13. Let's go from left to right on that. And it will be 15 times 999.
Mm-hmm.
They're dead.
One of them, even 1,000.
Yeah, it's a crazy number.
Mm-hmm.
Plus
So,
one can take them
I would
down.
like us all to
14,000.
take a moment to just close our eyes and picture this. We got the horde of slave miners, mind controlled by Ithalids. You've got drow, you've got Derogar, you've got gnomes, you've got kobolds, you've got orcs, you got a couple Drider mixed in there. Eyes glassy and blank, charging forward with feeble mining equipment. And in front of them is a neatly ordered line of 10-foot tall golems made of black metal, glowing like a hot furnace, with razor blades for arms, and they are just mowing the lawn.
Not just a line of them, 10,000 of them. Sorry, 9,996 because they're
Oh no,
taking some
10,000 across the entire bridge. Trailing wisps of black smoky smog. Avatars of industrial destruction. Just plowing through. And as an extra notice, because if you remember, this is like the sea of time of us watching this, they have literally never stopped moving in any given turn. This has been a constant, inexorable march. All those attacks from the Crushers, they're not stopping and attacking. They've been rolling through while shooting and crushing people beneath their treads, plowing through the front lines and evaporating things without breaking momentum. Just to hold that mental image. Nolgrim's troops.
All right, start.
Dammerhall is great.
Make Dammerhall great again.
Yep, let's go back to pumping the afterlife like an oil derrick and make more of these fuckers. They're dead. They had their time.
I don't think I have enough remaining damage on these guys to drop one of these nautiloids. If half damage from melee isn't going to do it, then range attack's not going to do it. So then I think I'll just go there. And is there like a defensive or anything like that, or?
Yeah, you can dodge action.
Okay, I'll do dodge action.
Gotcha. Fergus's few.
Okay, let's see if any more appear back there.
There you go.
Hey, so the only ones that don't appear are the elven archers.
Mhm.
The other free folks are coming in.
Shame the Elven Archers would have been very handy.
I know. And if they're stealth, they can't move through enemy spaces, can they?
No.
Okay.
That's what the diagonal thing for the special forces was to help achieve. They could be
Gotcha.
line breakers.
Well, I was just more about like the Iron Cloak scouts that are up here. I wasn't sure if I could
Yeah,
move
no.
through like these. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they can't.
Okay, so they're gonna step up and try to make an attack against the ones directly ahead of them.
Mhm. You got
so
advantage.
D20 plus 7, so plus 7 to 15, so 22.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
So that would be 60 damage.
60. All right.
They don't do a whole lot of damage at a time, but
They're very nimble and they're good flankers.
Yeah. And then bonus action, they're just gonna hide again.
All right.
Are we
Rum.
gonna have these iron?
Oh, I'm still
These guys
doing
can
stuff.
flip an attack?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. These ones here
I was tunnel visioning.
are going to attack at advantage. It's plus 3 to these die.
Mm-hmm.
So 19, so 22 against the golems.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Let's see, where's the mercenary tab that I shrunk down? Sorry. Trailing scouts deal 2, so 100 damage.
Okay. That will take out one.
And they will bonus action hide and then move to here to
Hey.
make room for the free folk killers that are bonus action hiding.
Mm-hmm.
And they are going to move to and then charge the remainder. And they will have advantage on this attack. So 16 plus 5, so 21.
That'll hit.
So that's 9 times 20. 180.
That'll take out the last one.
And the other ones are just going to be stealth, but they're going to be just moving to here. The
Mhm.
free folk killers are not stealth currently, though. That'll be all of them.
The Free Folk Killers sounds like an obscure Fallout faction.
These poor fuckers move in. These ones move to block.
Poor bastards.
Okay. All right, so Nautiloids against the last orc flyer. That's going to whiff. Now I'm going to bother rolling the Mind Slaves. They're to occupy space. And then all these cannons are going to continue focusing their fire on Black Iron Crushers that just brought down the gate.
I got jumped, but I'm gonna move these guys up because they don't have any attack.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. It's cool. There's
I'm
nothing they
having
can
a
do.
bad case of tunnel vision because I'm like,
It's all good.
if I want to do.
Yep.
I believe only one of those hits, so you only lose one Black Iron Crusher.
Let me double check. AC is 16, so.
Okay. So then two
One,
hits.
two,
You lose
yeah.
two.
Keeping us honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Were they all targeting the same one though? Because it was
All targeting. Yeah, same one.
Okay. Doesn't even matter then.
The volley cannon's morale is fine.
Hmm.
And these suckers are gonna about face, and they are going to move and then charge in to attack the killers.
Not the killers.
$14.
Let's see. Why do I
Oh,
keep
no.
shrinking down that one? I need that one. That'll miss.
All right, you're good.
Freeloading killer. I mean, the freeling killers are getting murdered.
Nope, they are not. They have to say no casualties. All right, now it's Tessel's turn.
Against that the Nautiloid on the left.
All right.
Well, freaking range.
Yep, that will take out all but one of them.
Nice.
Anything else?
Yeah, just moving stuff up.
Mm. All right. Cannons. Gonna target the orc archers and their surrounding units. 31. I'll probably just kill those mortars outright. Also, Richard, this last round you definitely didn't move the great.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't do it this time. There we go. And the
You said the
corridors
orc
go up.
archers again.
Orc archers and the two units adjacent to them.
Poor mortars. Goodbye.
Yep.
They served us well last time.
And then the last one will be targeting the orc warriors, also taking out 31. So taking out 31 of them. And then who you want Maldraxxus to attack?
Probably the one directly in front of the scouts.
All right, give it a roll.
Because we need to get one of these cannons already.
Mm-hmm.
Just 9.
All right. There's a good possibility Freya can smoke one or both of these cannons this round.
Did Maldraxxus miss with
No.
9 plus whatever his bonuses?
It's automatic damage. It's automatic.
Oh.
That's fine. People die.
Oh, okay.
Combo, I
Gotcha.
forgot to say it. Do you mind if I had, because I know we can be a hero unit on these things.
Yeah.
Could I have added myself to one of them when they had stuck in the last round?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I'll just be on these free
All right.
folk.
Left cannon, right cannon. Those are both low numbers. Is the
I mean, you
gate
can have that
open
one
now, though?
cannon move over and fire at the right one, maybe.
Mhm.
Like this guy, maybe he
Is-
can move over.
Is the gate open now?
It is.
So we want to. I mean, I guess those guys are going to file in soon anyway, so you're probably right.
I would focus the cannons, or we could lose
Yeah.
our whole army on the bridge.
Okay, so for it to be in range, yeah, it's got to use its full movement to get over there. So it can fire next round, and it'll turn face.
Okay.
Okay. Then one of these guys, these golems here, is going to attack that zombie.
Yeah. Too bad you didn't have that roll for the cannons.
Indeed, that would have been a good roll for the cannons.
Dead.
And then everybody else moves up. He can only move up one, though. Runic mortars are unfortunately dying. They will continue to move up. And then Sky Sloop's double move. And that's all she wrote, I think.
All right. Milgram.
All right. Is this able to charge? I can't tell if the cannon is in this square or not.
Yeah, I would say they'd be able to charge.
Okay.
So if you've got people attacking there, I'd be fine with sort of like hammer spacing if you wanted to say some named characters were on there to resolve disabling this cannon as a combat encounter rather than as a army action if you would prefer.
Could you repeat that?
Okay, so I have a battle map like a normal style. So if you would
Yeah.
like to say that some of your cohorts or some of your PCs were a part of the flying group, we could say that's how they get onto this battlement, and we can do that. Or we could wait and see if Freya's many pressures just exploded instantly.
What do you guys think?
It depends. Like if we think we're,
And it'll
we could-
probably be out of here faster if we just let the Crushers do it, honestly.
It just depends on if like by this next volley of cannons is going to destroy the bridge or not.
Yes,
I will say this. I appreciate the idea of going, breaking this combat and going into a different kind. But at this point, we're so close to the end.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would
So-
just have this one episode be all this combat.
This is how I will rule it then. Give me a melee attack with the riders. You add the bonus of charges. If you get over a 20, this cannon will not be able to shoot on the next round.
Okay.
I like it.
Just
Disabled people.
Pester in him.
God, how the hell would we have done this without the
Yeah, the dice are just not working.
We
It's
would
a-
have
it's a
spent
ba-
like several sessions building up military before
Yeah.
we got here if we didn't use
Yeah.
the black iron.
It's pronounced thank you, Cope.
All right, so those
Indeed.
missed.
Thank you for your
This-
sacrifice.
These other Drake
Uh,
riders are going to charge the Nautiloid.
Yep.
25. If only I had reversed those.
Hmm.
Let's see that.
That'll take that last one out.
Yeah, I figured it would. All right. That is my turn.
All right. Fergus's view.
Okay, one last one to see if they can get in there. Hey, the archers are here.
Hey, they have a lot of range stopping power.
Yeah, I have to scroll down and bring them up real quick.
Mhm.
Okay, so which one are they in? Is it miscellaneous?
Misk, yeah.
Yeah, I have them all like
Mhm.
on my sheet already pulled up and just shrunk down. So
Mhm.
okay, so they have a speed of 2, so they can go diagonal since they look like specialty units.
Yep.
Can I have them fire from there at these guys?
Absolutely.
Okay. They
At
did
advantage.
move, so they don't get a bonus to it, but
They are at advantage because they're flanking.
so this will be +7 to these die.
Mhm.
So that's a 26.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So let's see. They do 5 weapon damage times 96 is 480.
180. All right. Which one are you targeting?
This one right here.
All right. So that'll take out 32 of them. All right. Then the bows down there. Anything else?
Yeah. This one's gonna move over this way.
Mm.
This one here, so they can both fire.
Yep.
They're also both stealth. I am gonna move my character from here though to the scouts rather than.
Yep. Absolutely.
So first, I'll deal with the 2 Freeling scouts. They are +3 to hit. So first one, second one. So
Those both
20
hit.
and 15.
Yep.
Okay. The 20, they're both the same amount of damage. They both have the same amount of people on it. Sorry.
Mhm.
So 100 damage per on each of those 2.
All right.
And then they're going to bonus action hide after that. As
Yep.
they do.
Sustained.
And I forget, what can you do as a hero unit on this? I know you can add stuff depending on your proficiency.
You have a number of hero points equal to your character level, and you can expend any number of hero points up to your proficiency bonus to increase the unit's AC, morale bonus, attack bonus, or damage for one roll.
Okay, I'm going. Do you have to just announce before you roll?
No, it's like smites.
Okay, because if they hit, I'm gonna add my proficiency bonus maximum to damage.
Yep.
And that's per. That's not like the total damage. That's just per damage roll.
And then you multiply it. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So special forces. So these are +7 to these rolls. So 20 to hit.
Oh yes, most definitely.
So that'll be 9 times 12. Yeah, 9 times 20.
180.
Yep. To these ones straight ahead. This one right here. And then bonus action hide again. They're just stabbing and hiding.
Yeah. Not going well for these horrible things. Their only advantage is their numbers. Creating a literal human shield to obscure the cannon.
And then the killers are going to hide and begin to move like this as their action.
All right.
And that'll be its turn.
Drum.
We race towards victory. Benito.
All right. Their turn. No one's left on the bridge. None of them left. I guess the only thing they really can do is just keep up the cannon fire on the crushers. They are pretty intent upon holding their formation. Miss. One hit. So this one right here loses one. And then that's their turn. Taskell.
Oh yeah, I did forget to move the Quarrelers and Greybows again. There we go.
It is bound to happen. We have this many units. Do you guys know with me as a GM, I forget have to move half of them half the time.
All right, that'll be everything.
All right, you removed everything?
I only got 5 units that are all in one spot.
All right. Cannons are going to find.
Is there any sort of, yeah, never mind. Go ahead.
What?
I forgot that they don't do attack rolls, so it doesn't really
Yes.
matter if they're in melee.
Yeah, because you're more of engaging the crew
Yeah.
than anything else.
Yeah,
So these are
exactly.
going against the Orc Archers. 11, and that'll definitely kill the last of the mortars.
Goodbye, mortar team. I don't know why we brought you.
Then the last one will attack. You know what? Gonna attack these gladiators there. Fuck those guys. Lose 31 of them.
Lose 31 of them.
All right. Pick your Maldraxxus target.
This one right here at the end.
All right. Roll a d20 for that damage.
10.
All right. Cooked in Dragonfire. All right. With the last round of cannons, there is a horrific cracking and breaking sound as the entire bridge trembles. I'm going to need one of you to roll me a d20. And keep in mind, you want to roll
Not Richard.
low on this one. You want to roll low.
Oh, well, maybe that is Richard.
No, that might reverse the curse in the worst way.
Oh, God.
Nose goes.
I mean, I'll roll if you guys want me to.
I, for one, vote for Richard.
I vote Richard.
Okay.
The low roll was it.
I told you guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Now your curse is going to be that you roll high.
No, it's not. It rolled the worst option.
Yeah,
That's the curse.
yeah.
That is amazing. I'm not
You
even
know, every
mad.
time you guys say,
True.
like, yeah, no, I'm good. Well, goodbye, Bridge.
All right.
Also, your king's behind
Any
enemy
chance
lines.
of a hero point reroll? Maybe a cross your heart and hope to die situation?
Yeah, can he spend a hero point reroll?
Maybe Fergus pulls out his click remote, like Adam said.
Oh, God, are we about to lose 20 squares?
Maybe
at
that
the
rolls
bridge?
at disadvantage because the wyvern or the drakes are there against the cannon.
Okay, so for clarity, what this was rolling is aiming from the back. This was how you see where I'm drawing with a red line.
Yep. I mean,
Yeah, so
Graves
it was
is off.
how far up the bridge. If you had rolled 1, the bridge would have broken. You would have lost no one.
And again, we don't have like hero points or
That's
fate moments.
I think they're just dead.
I'm trying to decide how I want to adjudicate this a little bit. Because it needs to be brutal, because it's brutal, but at the same time, I hear what you guys are saying.
I think it might cut off right here, Gumbo, so we may still have 2,000 forces.
And we still got all the tanks up
I was
there.
gonna say we have all the tanks. We're not really worried about like killing this frontal army here.
All right.
Plus,
I
the
don't
other
know,
half of the
10,000
goal
might
that's
be
Here's,
coming.
enough.
here's what we're gonna say. Richard gets to roll again. However, if it's a natural 20 or a natural 1, I'm gonna spend all time until next session cooking up something nasty as a prize.
I swear
That's
to
the
God,
deal.
I'm looking really, really hard at the die.
Got my hands up. I'm giving you my energy, just like
Doing the same.
Goku and Friends.
Close
Should I
your
do a
eyes.
test roll first? Should I make
Nope,
the first roll
nope,
not count?
No.
Fine.
Just one,
Very
just the one
eight.
roll.
Close your eyes. $28
All right.
divided by 2 is
I only kill those losers.
All right, so I still get my blood. So we lose the volley cannons, one group of hammer elites, and that group of quarrelers.
That
as the
quarrelers
bridge.
have been around since the start of our army, and
Bah,
they're gone.
bah. Gone forever.
So hold on one
question
second.
is, can we now traverse that area, or is that part of the bridge gone?
Oh, it fully collapsed in.
Oh shit!
Mm-hmm.
So, like those guys have to keep
Oh
going
no, we
forward.
only have thousands and thousands of robots to fight them with.
There we are.
Yeah, although we might want to keep our only shuttles alive at this point.
Well, you did send up an attack on the other gate as well.
Yeah.
Mhm. But that's through the Mind Sucker Forest.
This is true.
But we did clear a path through Mind Sucker Forest where now a human could walk.
See, the problem
That's
isn't
a
the
way-
forest
that's
so much
way
as the
over
Mind
there.
Suckers.
It's way
So let's see
over
if Freya can bring down these cannons.
Went down into the mine sucker forest. Right. First and
news
most importantly will be the left cannon, which I only get one shot at.
All right.
21.
That is not enough on that one. I am lowering the AC for every one that you get over 20. But it's not there yet, as you're hammering away on its like shields that are breaking down. They have to protect these things. It's like their entire defense strategy.
Yeah.
You guys are
Sweet.
talking about how would you have done this with the
No,
Black
I
Iron
like it.
Army. If they didn't have those big cannons there, this would have been
Yeah.
pretty easy with your forces.
Yeah.
Did we have? I asked it several times because I really don't remember. Did we have any meta point system in this game? I forgot.
If you say that Freya isn't been embedded with that group of crushers and you put a little marker on it, like Richard did with Fergus, then you can spend some of her heroic command points to boost it if you would like.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. How many dumping it into? You can do up to your proficiency bonus.
Okay, up to 6, and then they're just used up for the battle.
Yeah,
Or for
you
the
have
war.
you have up to 19, and it's just for the battle. Yeah, full
Okay.
disclosure, this is probably going to be the last mass combat for the campaign.
So I'm gonna go ahead and boost that up +6.
All right. That is enough
This is-
to crack through and smash this cannon, which detonates as its black powder reserves go up.
I love these Sherman tank models, and I can just
Mhm.
picture Freya popping her head, like popping the lid off the top of one, jumping up, fire again,
All right.
All right.
And then we got 2 shots at the one over here. So hopefully this goes a little bit better. Shot number 1, 16. Okay, but we still got shot number 2. So surely shot number 2. Jesus Christ.
down, boys.
Well, it appears it is what it is.
It's
Yeah,
up
the
to you,
bridge is
Greg
already
Riders.
broken. But
All
you would
right,
like to move the
the
army.
Missile March. Chugga chugga choo choo.
All right. Pilgrim's crew.
All right. Drake Riders, or the Drake Riders are going to attack.
All right. If you can get over 20, then you'll make it so it can't shoot.
Because I can't charge since I'm already base to base with them.
Yep.
17. Can I use my move to draw back and prepare a charge next time?
Sure.
All right. So fly by attack, then bounce back, and over. All right. And this one, we'll have him double move up. And that'd be my turn.
Okay. Fergus's view.
The
I was
proud.
muted.
Very good night.
First are going to be the Freelance Scouts making attacks on these two directly ahead of them.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be +3 to hit. That was a natural 20 for the first
Yeah.
attack.
That'll do it.
And the other attack I'll
Fergus
just roll is
ears.
going to miss no matter what for the second one.
Mm-hmm.
So it just doubles the damage? How did that work for the mass combat rules?
They're going to be wavering now. I was just trying to remember.
Because it does 100 damage to these ones here.
All right, 100 damage to those ones there.
But the Waverns are over there.
All right, they're not doing well.
Let me know when you're ready for the next attacks.
I'm ready.
Okay, the archers are also going to aim for those ones.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be they haven't moved this turn, so that is going to be a +2 to the attack roll. So that'll be a +9. They're currently not stealthed. So it's the flat roll, so +9 to that. I imagine that'll hit.
Hit. Yep.
So, oops, hold on. So that's 480 damage to them again.
All right.
Free folk killer, not free folk, yeah. Freeling killers. They have a speed of 2, so they will be able to basically get behind these ones while they're stealthed and make a stab attack.
Yep.
So at advantage, 18
Oh,
plus
yeah.
5.
Mm-hmm.
So they do 9 times 20, so 180.
Okay.
And then they will hide again.
Naturally.
Listen, this is what they do.
Yes.
And then the Iron Cloak Scout's turn. I'm going to, if they hit, add another +6 to the damage again. But first, let's see. I don't think that'll hit regardless, so they'll hide again.
Okay.
And that's my turn. I did remember to move those archers. Did that first, so I didn't forget.
Thrum's orcs, who are miraculously still alive.
Done.
Okay.
Keep it simple. Kenneth and I went with the
Mhm.
non-combat troops. Actually, these orcs have held up really well because their numbers range in the thousands, and
Oh yeah.
they're only taking 30 people dropping around.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a lot worse.
All right. So. And. All right, the special forces.
And orcs with bows and arrows killed a spaceship. So
Yep, this is true. You're wondering how that one just stepped off the wall. They can levitate.
Yeah, I mean, they're mind flayers, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
All right. Cult cannons will target the one that Freya is in.
You won't hit me, pussy. That hits. That misses. That misses. That misses.
You lose 1 unless you want to spend up to 1 hero point to increase your AC.
No. Oh no, one of the tanks. We shall never recover from this emotional loss.
Guys,
It's one of your forefathers.
I think Michael's going mad with power with the
Can
Of
see it
course,
in
if you
real
ever tried
time.
going down to town
This
power?
is very in character.
First the drow, then the world.
Taskel.
All or nothing. Hell yeah. Behold, my grand strategy. But yeah, that's, I think everything else is in the void at the moment. So.
That's not true.
Hey,
There's lots of
guys.
stuff. There's lots of stuff that just never got into the danger zone on the bridge that's still very much alive.
Which was lucky. It was very fortunate.
Yeah. I think you only lost a couple
danger zone.
hundred people. Anyway, I'm gonna cannon those orc warriors and take out one of the golems next to them.
Some of you may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
So these folks over here lose 19 orcs and 1 golem.
I,
Oh man, I named that
Still have-
robot Fred.
we still have 3,150 orcs left in that column.
And then who you want Maljax to breathe fire on?
The ones in front of the iron cloaks.
All right, roll it.
11.
All right,
I've been getting a lot of 11s on that roll.
you have. All right, Freya, see if you can bring it down.
All right. 1. Okay, that should do it, right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
As you
Second.
rain hellfire down upon that one, the cannon detonates. The last true defensive measure. So at this point, the forces at the walls are just going to start issuing a general retreat.
Yeah,
I don't know
think
how
it was
much
a
you-
route at this point.
Yeah, I don't know how
Mhm.
much more you guys want to play that out mechanics wise, as they are going to just start running away.
Yeah, if you want to just take an appropriate amount of their troops away for whatever you feel like, I'm fine with that.
Yep,
Yeah,
because
route
they're
them.
zealously defending the wall, but they're also not stupid enough to be like, the thing that can destroy the bridge is gone, and oh look, all the golems survive.
Yeah, I mean, anything with the speed of 1 probably can escape the crushers. So.
Yeah. All right, so bring us back here. All right.
All right. Good job, everyone.
Good news, everybody.
Results of the battle.
You
You
hear
have-
me, hear the ghosts.
You have crossed the north gate, and you have routed the forces there. We're now officially inside the city of Dir Amarok. You have not yet received word of how the assault on the west side is going. But considering that roughly half of your Black Iron Golems were committed to there, it should be going all right. A large chunk of your forces was unfortunately left on the north side. You're not cut off from communications with them, but it's going to take a long time to use the 10 sloops that you still have to ferry troops back and forth. As such, you're going to have to engage into some urban combat. It's because they have trouble getting through the magical dome over the top of the city, so they have to land on the little landing outside the north gate deploy troops there.
Yeah.
Do you guys wish to hold around the gate, or do you wish to press your advantage while you have the momentum with your black iron golems and their routing?
And we should definitely secure a beachhead inside the walls,
Mhm.
definitely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We want to get through that bottleneck at least.
And we could
Yep.
leave a small contingent of golems behind to defend and push the advantage.
We have people on the other side who have range stuff, I think.
Hmm.
They're doing some defending already.
Why should we stop? Let's just forge ahead.
We do have all the scout people on this side too, so it
Yep.
would make sense that they could also man the actual entrance while the sloop ferries some people across.
Yeah,
All right,
quite
While
Thrum.
the army crushes any resistance.
Mhm.
You go ahead and ask the Earth where Encephalon is, and we'll go right there.
It don't work that way.
I mean, we have a cleric that can ask the gods which direction we should go.
Yeah,
How
I
that
have a
works,
feeling
right?
they're not going to help us with shit.
It doesn't work that way.
The gods working in
Be like, "Hey,
crazy,
gods, it's your boy."
mysterious ways. Shakespeare.
Mysterious about it. They're just assholes.
Who dis? No number.
Once we're clear of direct combat,
Mhm.
looking around, does it look like there's anything important they left behind, or any that might be having some controls over this barrier?
Give me a perception or an investigation. Anyone who wants to.
I could give you an investigation, all right.
27. Thrum having to beat me by 1.
I'll beat you
I'm
both.
sure Thrum wants to beat you more than just once.
No, he beat me by 1.
All right, so different people notice different things based upon your background. Well, there's no easy magical turn-off mechanical device you find here, Fergus. Looking around, you do notice that interesting notes about the defenders. They only had about 40 cannons sum total manned here outside of the 2 big ones. It's, more than you're used to because cannons are a pretty new technology. But you were sent 60 by the dragon across the sea, and she said that was a very limited number of what she normally had available. Also, looking at the bodies of the routing forces and how many troops they had, if you did a head count, there probably was only about 2,000 of them on the wall, which sounds like a big number, but you fielded larger than that to defend Fort Helmingott.
They're attacking Dammerhall.
And there was more than that in the quarry when they scouted here before, wasn't there?
Yes.
So methinks they might be doing some sacrificing.
And all those huge military camps that you saw outside that mysteriously vanished as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Thrum with that 15 perception. Looking around.
28?
Or 28.
Milgram got the 15 investigation.
Yes, 28. My apologies. I looked at the 28 and I said 15. Looking around, you're able to get a higher vantage point upon one of these buildings. It's a little surreal being within this city, because it looks very much like the one that you saw in Calibur's Mindscape, but a little less twisted. The kind of strange combination between the very brutalist Durgar architecture and something otherworldly and vague hangs over this place. But as you climb up, you see a good way into the city. 3 landmarks jump out at you. You see what looks like what was formerly like a tower, perhaps like a civic structure of some kind, that has great many metal pipes coming out of it, running down into the city. You see a large domed structure made out of a kind of like basalt-like marble that seems to be pulsating with magical energy that kind of goes up in a vaguely, now that you're closer, sky beam like apparatus, making a kind of a Gungan shield, so to speak. And at the exact center of the city, farther away than either of those two landmarks, you see the tippity tops of what looks like giant statues. And to paraphrase myself for when you're in Calburm's Mindscape, they are humanoid statues as if carved by someone who only had a description of what a humanoid looked like.
Misa,
You are
think those bad news.
You recognize those statues as the sleeping avatars of Dear Amarok, the thing that Encephalon is trying to activate.
He climbed down and told him about the 3 points of interest that he saw, and
I don't suppose it's as easy as just destroying the statues.
Bet you if the statues are able to be destroyed, they'd be destroyed. Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know, your gut tell you anything?
Hey, that magic shield generating dome building, I have a feeling that's protecting something of great import, and I think that should be our target number one.
I mean, there's only so many places a big dragon could just obscure itself.
All right, then I'll send the army down that way.
All right.
And then next, have them destroy all the statues in the middle, clean up all of the people left over, and I guess I'll make us some bologna sandwiches.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you excuse me, while you have your golems doing that, I'm just going to go beat meat in the corner. Have a good day.
I was going to ask for mayo on mine, but now that seems all too inappropriate.
Yeah. I don't remember left hand to right, so we're gonna.
Let me tell you, I'm covered under rocks. It's a process.
Do you know how hard it is to hold a butter knife?
Jesus.
So you're going to order the golems deeper and press the attack into the city?
Yeah, press the attack specifically into the shield generator.
All right.
Type building Thrum told me about.
Over the ensuing next couple hours, you are involved in a slow grinding, block by block urban warfare. While the defenders here may have not had their numbers in depth, in strength, they have defended in depth. You have been navigating down street of traps, both mechanical and chemical, explosive trip mines, arcane runes inscribed upon walls, ambushes from on high and in buildings as arrows rain down. You come across multiple barricades of stone and metal in which drow in godblood armor and spears hold to defend the ground. Now, all these things do not stop the Black Iron Army and the troops behind, but they are significantly slowing your progress.
7 tanks gone with the wind.
All right. If we wanted to move ahead while our forces continue, we could probably use the pipe network to scoot our way on into the building while they cause the distraction.
Yeah, I'd say let's get over there. Have Fergus and is Ivy with us?
Yeah, sure. She's controlling the mental projections.
Yeah, she's holding back to make sure you guys aren't susceptible to mind things. But you would have any of your other companions you want.
Have our sneaky people go maybe scope it out I don't know.
I think we make an incursion. We go in and take out whatever's in there.
Okay. I'm looking for Encephalon. I'm sniffing him out. I'm not sure he's in there. But yeah, we can go and just kill whoever's in there. But then do we want to reroute the army somewhere else? If we're just going to go and take care of it?
I would just say just order them to just destroy any of the buildings nearby that, just in case there's people hiding.
Just start waylaying the city.
Yeah, I mean, just to start destroying the city.
Raise
less
it
places to
all.
hide.
I mean, it's sturdy construction. It's going to take time, even with the numbers and the might that they command.
You could also just command the soldier one to go through and get anyone out of the buildings that might be hiding.
The time has come. Kill them all.
Is that what just went through Freya's mind?
As you guys are,
That's the demon inside.
As you guys are negotiating your plan on what to do, there's a crack and a hissing sound that you hear. As in many of the buildings around you, there is a low-lying mist of a rusty red that begins crawling out through the windows and underneath the doors of these otherwise empty buildings.
Yeah, that's probably not good.
It seems to drift mostly harmlessly past you. But then as it nears some of the black iron golems or some of your heavily armored mechanized units, the mist suddenly condenses rapidly, forming an almost rust-like metallic surface into their joints, rapidly slowing them down. You start seeing your black iron golems take a step and they lurch, their momentum momentarily buckled, and then they move forward, and with a snapping sound, the rusty stuff in their joints breaks, and they take another step forward. Then the mist condenses again. Well, as before, with all the barricades and traps, whatever this new obstacle leaking out of the buildings is, it's not stopping your army, but it is slowing them down. Something fierce. A dwarven scout comes back, salutes. Your Majesty, bring word. We've been locating lots of brass pipes in the buildings. Looks like newer construction. That's where the mist is coming from. We've been trying to plug them up, as we've seen. There's just many of them. Mist seems to move like a mind of its own.
These pipes all trace back to the pipe building.
It's a good guess.
All right, we've got to head over there, gentlemen. I think this is a task for the idiots.
Idiots assemble.
Just go close down whatever's causing that mist. Hi, Fergus.
I mean, yeah, I don't really have anything to add out of character, so y'all have pretty much said that what we're doing seems logical to me.
I will remind you, this is kind of, I told you about before, it's kind of a boss gauntlet thing. You do have cohorts that you can sub in for the place of PCs. So if you wish to divide and conquer, you may.
I'm good.
I mean, we'll probably have to divide a little bit and stuff, but
yeah, I think we just
let's get one under our belt and see what we're up against.
Yep, fair enough.
Follow that pipe down to wherever the mist is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
The misty building in the misty mountains with the Mr. Misty.
We'll briefly montage your good 30-40 minutes of hiking through this once, I guess you could call it, Great Derogar City. Even the architecture that hasn't been modified for war purposes and had brass pipes shoved through them as part of Encephalon's scheme, there's definitely something sinister. With the descriptions you've heard from Caliburn, you wonder if perhaps the presence of the avatars had an impact on Derogar culture itself. Even in this place's heyday, you don't imagine it was a lovely place. But through dodging some of the patrols, smashing through a couple smaller ones on your own, you eventually find your way to what looks like a repurposed workshop. The mist is definitely coming from here. It is much thicker as it oozes out from the stairways leading up into this tower, and you can hear the hiss and the rattle of pressurized pipes as this substance is pumped out. Drum, you've had the luxury of contact with many things, and as you've been walking, you've been getting a feel of this mist you've been passing through. And you are fairly certain it is some sort of modified aerosol form of the god's blood.
Definitely steampunk, gentlemen.
What the fuck's a steampunk?
Is this water?
So they've somehow figured out how to liquefy and turn into steam that material from the mine that they were, or from the God's blood deposit over there that they were mining. This is all weaponized God's blood fart.
And in this case, the one who smelt it most certainly did not dealt it.
You begin scaling the steps into the tower with all the hissing pipes coming out of it when there is a deafening boom from the western side of the city. Smoke rises from the gate.
Western side being the side that our forces were attacking.
Yep.
Are we able to see, or are we just able to make out the smoke at this point? Is anybody able to get in position to see what's going on over there?
I don't think so. Freya could, if she would like to make another charisma saving throw, check in with the Black Iron Army units that she dispatched to the area. They are not like intelligent, but she can get like an empathetic response. Like, are you fighting? Are you victorious in your objective? Are you following infinitely into a void?
Right.
It's up to Freya if that's what she wants to do.
I'm good.
All right, fair enough. So you'll have to find the results of that later. Scaling into the tower, it would seem that most of the defenders have gone to fight at other parts of the city. And much to many of your chagrin, especially Freya, you start seeing telltale signs of the handiwork of an all too familiar alchemist. You see mass tanks of hammered metal that have fires burning underneath them, pressurizing and heating up the god's blood gas, which is being pumped out. You see wooden scaffolds that are now broken of where something that was being constructed was once held. And you see tables of plans, schematics, biological dissections, and the bloody remains of experimental surgery tables. All the while, the same rusty mist hangs around every nook and cranny. A voice of Zadian, this time not magically projected, but definitely echoing, distant in here. I was hoping you would pay me a visit. I do like showing my work to someone, and I really think I've outdone myself this time.
Nogram's just looking at Freya just because, this is apparently this is the geek battle, right?
Yeah.
Kick Thrum, can't you detect this asshole?
I mean, Fergus is just like fixing, like tweaking things on his arm to like, because of the fight that he had with like the creatures. He's like, man, I really want to punch this guy.
Can't you detect where the Thrum, can
Oh,
you
yeah.
detect where the elves are so you
Yep.
can
You
pinpoint his
can
location?
concentrate and see if he can feel his presence.
There is no drow, but there is one aberration. There is a sound of something moving, chains dangling from the ceiling rattle. I admit, I think your concepts of piloting a little bit more inspired than even I gave them credit for, Freya. But I don't think you pushed the concept far enough. I think I really reached an apex on this one. You once asked me, how do I plan to survive when Encephalon remakes the world as he sees fit? That you say that I would just be drowned and destroyed. And I insisted to you that I would adapt, that I would survive, that the apocalypse was just another design challenge to be overcome. There's creaking and snapping of boards. There's crashing down from the ceiling in front of you is a nightmarish figure. It looks like an adult dragon, but horribly warped. Its back has a massive bulge upon it, where something massive like a titanic brain was crawled onto and sealed within the skin, fusing into the nervous system. Its gigantic draconic mouth opens up and lashing tentacle tongues come out as a sinister cackle that you know all too well from the Drow Alchemist. Well, consider me to have adapted. And that's what we'll call the session.
Oh yeah.
You look good. You do something with your hair?
Yikes.
And I'll just share the token real quick. As you guys move back to that table there. Where are you, token? Campaign's gone on for too long. I have too many fucking handouts. There we are.
Damn handouts.
Is this the Elder Brain Dragon?
Maybe.
I had a feeling that was going to come up at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
When you get a bunch of new dragons, you gotta use them, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining.